Well, hello to all the wonderful podcasters out there, wherever in the world you're listening right now. We truly appreciate it. Dana here. Yeah, I'm a sports junkie, I'm a wing lover, and of course a Smart Club member because I trust my home comfort to standard heating and air conditioning, and I really think you should too. Right now it's HVAC Mania, and these deals will help offset the cost when your brackets get busted. You can score a $45 coupon on a furnace tune-up, normally $148. And no, it's never too late to show your furnace some love. And if your system's about to crash out like a 5-seat against a 12, now's the time to replace it on your schedule with 0% financing from Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. Go to standardheating.com and mention 93X. Standard Heating and Air Conditioning, providing the comfort you deserve since 1930.
The 93X Half-Assed Morning Show. 93X.
Oh, I love today. I love that final. Welcome, everyone, and all of y'all to the 93X Half-Assed Morning Show. A little bit of this, a little bit of that, and come 9 o'clock, any other live human beings in the building, they're going to feel a slight breeze, and they're going to wonder where it came from. That'll be us, whipping on by to the exit doors. Been a decent enough week. I ain't mad, but our time has come, Cubby.
You're saying we're leaving right at 9? I'm okay with that today.
Yeah.
I'm freezing.
Oh.
And I'm wondering if that's the sepsis kicking in. Maybe I should get out of here.
Have you been stricken with something?
I don't know, but for whatever reason, I'm shivering over here.
It's probably the sepsis because I have been so cold in here lately, but today I'm not. So, yeah, you're probably dying.
So that breeze could just be the cold coming off me as I walk out of here. I wouldn't mind getting out of here a little early today.
Is it a beef walk Friday?
Gross. That's disgusting.
I'm gonna go ahead and ban that word.
To answer your question, yes, but gosh, that's nasty.
Ashley has made a rule. No more saying BW.
Well, it's banned in my house, too, so I need to say it here. At least I thought I could say it here, but apparently I can't.
You've had your time, Dana.
Since we all learned that together, correctly,
Yeah.
from Minnesota Moses?
At least I did.
Okay, yeah, it was new to me as well. And so you're using that at home a lot?
Yeah, and that's not allowed.
I do like to burn out bits at home quite a bit.
Oh, trust me, I'm going second divorce is impending with the amount of bits I run into the ground.
So you're feeling a little funny.
Yeah, I was wondering if you guys felt the same. I just thought, this is unnatural.
I'll tell you what, I'm doing all right.
Good. Hella good?
No.
Oh, yeah.
Even if I was feeling that way, I wouldn't say it out loud.
Yeah.
Is that one of the bits that you were, your family was climbing the walls?
I just started it.
Everything was hella
good.
So BW and HG are now banned?
HG is not banned yet from my house.
Oh, okay.
They don't have the balls.
You know what?
I can say that here because they're not around.
I'll tell you what tightened me up a couple nights ago watching the Twins game was somebody on the announce team said, I think they were talking about a pitcher, this guy's been uber effective.
Hey, I'm glad that's gone away.
Wow.
So you're saying someone's trying to bring it back?
Oh, I don't know if they're trying to bring it back. They only dumped it into the mix once. But I tightened up on the couch real quick when he said that. I hate that crap.
Remember when everything around here was Uber?
Yes, I do. That's probably why I tightened up on the couch. I hadn't heard it in years.
And this is before it was a ride share. People would say
right.
Uber, all that had nothing to do with the company.
Good idea. I think it's fair to explain that, yeah, it's in no reference to the cab company. 15, 20 years ago, you couldn't cross the room without someone referring to something as uber good or uber bad.
Why was that such
I don't know.
I remember using that, yeah.
But I'm watching the ball game the other night, and the announcer said, this pitcher is uber effective. And I
don't blame you.
I locked up, and then I let it go.
I like some of those when they start and everybody's using them, and it's kind of like everyone's bonding over a particular new phrase. But for whatever reason, that one always, I don't know, it made me cringe a little bit. It just seemed weird.
We could do this all day. You know, I get aggravated by those little trendy sayings, and everybody hops on board, and they all think they're the only one. You're hearing it everywhere you go, but everyone who says it acts like they're the only one, and they're thrilling you with this cool new term.
Or they're the first.
And I'm just pouring sweat because you can't kill them.
Yeah, you really aren't supposed
I guess
to.
it depends.
I get.
You probably shouldn't even injure them.
So there you go.
I like people to be happy. I don't want to rain on anyone's parade. I'm not somebody that's going to ban something, but shoots at deer 7 times and misses Jesus wants to know if the phrase cream pie is banned. No, you can go ahead and use it, but that's one that makes me kind of lock up, like what happened with you with Uber. Like that's
You're not the type of guy to step up and say, I want to make a rule.
No. I mean, you go ahead. Who am I to tell you what you can and can't say or what you enjoy? But that just for whatever reason, that visual disgusts me.
Ashley will up and ban a word or two. I'll ban something now. You're just not. That's not in your nature to ban a term because the rest of us might enjoy it. And as you said, you want people to be happy.
Yeah, you go ahead.
You don't like the term cream pie. Others do. You're going to let them have their fun.
Is there a term you guys can't stand for a
You'd have to
sexual
say
act?
them out loud. Oh, I'm sorry.
For like a sexual, it's just like too descriptive.
Oh God, yeah. There's plenty of them.
Is there one you can say on the radio safely?
I'm not sure if I can say this one.
Okay, maybe write it down.
I will.
A sex act, a sexual term that disgusts us a little bit. I'd have to hear them out loud and then.
Yeah, I hate that.
I didn't see it. Can you show it to me?
You can say that.
Squirt.
Oh.
I hate that word. Don't say that word. Oh.
It was a refreshing soda back in the day, but it kind of took on a new meaning once you became an adult.
This is a very good soda. You can only find it. It's very rare.
Now,
hard to
even
find.
Beard Jesus, he's gone a step further. He doesn't even like people saying oatmeal cream pies anymore just because of the association.
Oh, those are so good.
I never associated the two of those together because that's a delicious treat.
He's really bothered then.
Oh, here, no rest for the wicked. Short but fat Jesus doesn't like no rest for the wicked.
What?
I had a friend that would say...
she doesn't like that saying?
I guess not.
When you get out of bed in the morning and you got to go to work, well, no rest for the... Okay.
I had a boss who I was friendly with. She would say wicked to everything. Everything was wicked cool, wicked this, wicked.
Yeah.
I like that.
And she's also the first person I ever heard say cool beans.
Oh, I don't like that one.
I hadn't heard that before. You guys hear anybody say cool beans?
Not for a number of years.
Not for a long, long time. And, that one must be lost on the young people because the other day we went out and celebrated my nephew's birthday. And my wife and I were looking for a card for the kid. He turned 25, 6, I'm not sure. My wife and I were looking for a birthday card. And, birthday cards, Jesus, they're so stupid, most of them. Are so friggin'... I mean, I suppose if you go online or go to a specialty shop, I'm sure you can find some hilarious birthday cards. But if you just go to a general pharmacy or something, the jokes are so dumb. Anyway.
They're running out of ideas.
They've run almost completely out of ideas. So, I mean, the kid's 25, 6. We're not going to sit there all day and try to pick the perfect birthday. So we found a birthday card, and it's got 2 green beans on the cover. And they're wearing sunglasses.
I already love it.
And you crack open the card, and it says, "It's your birthday, huh? Cool beans."
Perfect.
Right?
Excellent.
You bought that one, right?
We thought it was so dumb, we had to buy it.
Yeah,
so
too.
we watched the 25, 6-year-old kid open it up at the birthday party, and he sees the cover, and he opens it up. He must not have understood it at all because he closed it, and he didn't even say thank you.
Oh, man.
And so my wife nudges me and says, "He didn't like the card." I said, "No, he did not."
My wife's finally come around because she used to give me a whole lot of crap because when it came to buying cards, I would just grab the first one I saw. And then I'd look at it on the way to the register, and if it kind of made sense, perfect. I've even bought one that didn't make sense. I just crossed out what it said and said happy birthday instead of sorry your pet passed away. And now she's kind of doing that. Now she doesn't, because she would spend forever in the aisle trying to find the perfect card, and I tell her, like, just write one if it's that important to
Exactly.
you. People barely read. Well, I guess I've barely ever read them. Do people really read them and think, wow, this is so meaningful the way you picked out the perfect one that Hallmark wrote for me?
I usually read. I usually do. I save my cards too, but I'm sentimental in that way. Like if I have to buy a card for somebody, I'm going to be there for a minute.
Are you really? Well, so that's how she was. I think she's changing a little bit. But
Yeah.
that Cool Beans card, that is awesome.
Especially if it's like a Valentine's Day card or an anniversary card, Josh. I'll like sit there and then I end up crying at some point because I'm just like, God, I love love so much. It's just, I'm a mess.
You like the cool beans card?
That's funny.
Oh, we gave it to the wrong person, maybe.
Yeah, that's good.
The kid was too young. He probably, like you said, or somebody said, maybe he's totally unaware of that little saying because he's not from the 90s.
5 more feet of fury, she has said she works in analytics and coding, and it drives her up the walls every time someone tells them not to bother them while they're coding because they're locked in. She says, calm down, you're not solving world hunger. Hey, you're locked in. Hold on, I'm locked in. Everyone's texting in, what's the most hated word in the world?
Yeah.
Moist.
Yeah.
Moist, yeah.
I love that word.
I didn't even want to play along just because it's kind of...
Yeah, the word doesn't bother me. I think it's one of those things where everybody hates it because they're taught to hate it, or they just want to go along with the bit.
You have to be taught to hate.
It reminds me of cake.
Cake?
Yeah, like a nice, moist cake. Delicious.
Yeah, I've never liked that word either, I guess. Not because I was taught that. I just kind of grew to make me cringe a little bit.
I'm still trying to come up with that sexual-based slang that turns me away, like cream pie does for Cubby. I can't think of any.
Shoot, the text, they're coming in fast. And thank you, by the way, for checking in here via text, for locking in via text. Somebody said they don't like any of them.
They don't like
any term, like, I don't know, what's another, Dirty Sanchez, or I'm sure there's some grosser ones out. I can't think of any, really. But they don't like any of them. That just kind of makes them cringe.
Well, I get that to a certain extent. I think it depends how it's said, too. Like, there's a lot that, like, I've turned to my husband and been like, don't say that. You don't need to say that out loud. It's fine.
What about penetrate?
penetrate, that doesn't trouble me at all.
Oh, I can think of one I've referenced on this show once that you guys almost just kicked my ass for. When you refer to a lady's breasts as chest beefers.
Oh, that's just...
Don't like that.
Well, that's just stupid is all that is.
That's so immature, and this is an immature television or radio show.
I was searching for something kind of stomach churning.
Gotcha.
That's in a different category. That's just totally stupid and confusing. Chest beefers? That must be English or something because it's so...
That's gross.
It's so unfunny and uninteresting that it must be English.
There's a couple here that Nick and I were just talking about one of these acts earlier this morning, strangely enough. You know what I'm talking about, Nick?
Yeah, go ahead. I think I know.
We can say that, can't we? Because you can use another term.
Yeah.
Fingering.
Yeah.
That one I haven't enjoyed either. Meaning the word, I've never had it done to me yet.
I'm trying to look up some of these terms now. For whatever reason, they're not just coming to mind. So I'm trying to get on the internet here and... I mean, so much of this could be categorized differently. When you said you don't like cream pie, what I've been trying to do is roll through all of the descriptive terms you see on a porno movie, right? Squirting, cream pie, right? When you're looking up what kind of movie you want to watch on a porn page, pegging, bukkake, right? That's kind of what I was thinking. So I'm trying to come up with one that sends me running the other way. The ones that I've said out loud don't. Some of them probably should, but they don't sicken me.
Can we say the one that starts with a B and it references, well, maybe I shouldn't even say, it's like a hot Carl?
I don't know what you mean. What?
I think
write
so.
that down. Like, you know how you can have pumpkin pie?
Yeah.
You understand where I'm going with that?
No.
Okay. Oh, I didn't write anything yet.
You just approached me with a piece of paper that you hadn't written anything on yet.
Well, I thought maybe you could read my mind.
Okay.
I'm not a huge fan of the boner.
Really? Are you talking about the growing pains character or the male erection?
The male erection.
Okay, this
The
term.
male erection.
Yeah.
Although females can't, isn't there something that can get? Well, nipples can get it that
Yeah,
way.
they can.
Lady boner, yeah.
Like I said, the terms that I've said out loud so far don't repulse me. I've gotten used to those terms. I don't necessarily click on all of those videos. I'm not the kind of guy that's going to sit and watch a pegging video. But the terms don't bother me. I'm used to them. Josh has just written down a sexual term that starts with the letter B. I have no idea if this is okay to say out loud or not.
I thought somebody in radio got in trouble for that.
I have no idea.
Yeah. What about somebody doesn't like meat curtains? That's kind of gross too.
Yuck.
Yeah, see, that's where I was going with this, is there are so many different... I mean, like right now I'm on a website that just lists sexual terms. One of them, clapping cheeks. Doesn't bother me.
Is that like twerking, or is there more than one person involved?
I don't know.
Clapping cheeks is just like, sex.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, I think it more means like from behind because, they're
Right.
clapping.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't like that.
What about just this sexual term, as far as I know? Somebody doesn't like the word ointment.
Yeah, that one comes up a lot.
I don't mind that.
Yeah, that doesn't bother me for some reason.
Slinging ropes. Yep, that's nasty.
That's just funny to me.
You throw them, you don't sling them. Just for the record.
I think you could do either. Fur burger. Boy, I don't think I've heard that since 1986.
For the longest time, well, yeah, for quite a while, I never understood the lyrics to an old Van Halen song. Just a terrific song, one of my favorites. An old Van Halen song called Drop Dead Legs off the 1984 record. David Lee Roth wrote it up, and he was such a friggin' genius. In the song, he says, "Throw my rope, loop-de-loop." Maybe I shouldn't finish the rest because... And as a kid, I thought, what the hell is he talking about? Throw my rope, loop-de-loop. What are you, a cowboy? I didn't get it. Got a little older. I'm like, oh, okay, I know what Dave was talking about. Loop-de-loop. All right, so yeah, I can't come up with anything, Josh.
What about discharge? That word's come in a few times here.
I'm so used to that word.
We're moving away from sexual terms and
that
just
could
words
be sexually
in general.
related.
Sure, aftermath related.
Yeah.
Not the most pleasant word in the world, but still, I'm not exactly running the other way. But this isn't... I'm sure someone could come up with something.
This person says, would you be turned off by somebody asking, would you mind if I put my girth certificate in your ham wallet?
Oh, my God.
Get out of here.
No, I wouldn't mind.
You stop that right now.
Ham wallet? Come on.
Girth certificate. I'm so glad I came into work today. That's good.
Oh, okay. Yeah, our listeners are getting very deep and dark here now on the text machine, trying to gross us out or come up with a sexual term or any kind of a term to get us to run out the room. And appreciate the effort, appreciate all the text messages, but we just simply can't say some of this stuff out loud. Absolutely not.
Yeah, gee.
Loop-de-loop. Nice white teeth, Betty Boop. That's the rest of that song lyric. Thought it might be smart to separate them. All right, so, yeah, I don't know, bearded clam.
What about, this is not a sexual thing, but this person doesn't like when people use the word wonderful. And this would maybe go back to the Uber type thing.
Oh, I'm a sucker for that one.
Like, are you full of wonder? Is that right? Is it wonderful? I know some people don't like awesome for the same reason.
I say wonderful. Absolutely. There's a gal that I know whose nickname is Wonderful, or I call her the woman of many wonders. because she's always grouchy. So I kind of go,
Oh,
yeah.
I thought that's such a compliment. Wow.
Awesome, of course, was huge in the 80s. I couldn't help myself. Everything was awesome.
Oh, yeah. Great tune. But yes, I absolutely overused it way too much.
Had an older guy at a warehouse job I was working in high school. Had an older guy snap at me because he'd heard me say the word awesome too often. Looking back now, I don't blame him because I'm sure I was just burying him in awesome. And finally, he snapped.
I know I need to apologize. A few people don't like bro or any form of bro, bruh.
Oh, I
Bruh.
use that a lot.
Me too.
I do too.
A little
to the point
goes
where
a
I get
long
embarrassed, where I'd say it to the wrong person, a doctor. Like, hey, all right, that's it for the checkup. Thanks, bro. And I'll realize, what am I doing? I just said bro.
It's a medical professional
know.
who has multiple degrees.
Maybe
You just
they
call
like
him
it.
bro.
Pooping in your shoes, Jesus. Least favorite words, he says, monogamy, pregnant, it's yours, commitment, marriage. Those ones he doesn't like.
Yeah, in an attempt to find a sexual term that will get me to backpedal. I hope I don't get in trouble for this, but on my personal phone now, I've dialed up a porno search engine or whatever they call it, like a Pornhub type of a.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to find, let's see here, my sweet 19-year-old. Okay, I'll move away from that one.
I don't like the word wet either.
Wet, you don't like that?
Oh, I can understand.
I've just punched up categories, and it's all in alphabetical order.
Yeah.
Starting with AI, amateur, anal. I'm trying to find one that would get me to leave the room. And again, not that I'm clicking on all of these different types of videos in my free time, but I'm used to the term. I'm used to seeing it. It doesn't shock me. I'm into the C's now. Cream pie is in there, Josh.
Yuck.
Cuckold. Okay, maybe I've found one that at least has an effect on me. And that term is fisting. It at least has an effect on me. At least I twitch a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
I can understand why.
Okay,
Ouch.
I found another one, Josh. Gaping.
Yep. Ironworker Jesus just text that in. I agree.
This is what I needed. I needed to read them in alphabetical order. And okay,
I don't like that one either.
Yeah, that shouldn't even be a category.
there. It appears I've blown through all of them. And okay, so we found two. I would have felt incomplete to leave this conversation without at least finding one or two. So we got that done.
Yeah, that's a bad one.
I just don't want ever too much descriptive talk while it's happening. I don't need that.
More of a visual person. You don't need to hear it described.
Yeah, just shh.
We are different in that way, aren't we, men and women?
Yeah.
We dudes, we would prefer it if a play-by-play guy or woman was in the room with us describing everything. Oh, dude, you just totally did this to her. Oh, dude, look at her blank and look at her blank.
See, I don't even like that.
That gets us hot hearing about it in the moment, right?
Even if it's a compliment, I'm just like,
Women just want us to shut up.
yeah.
Oh, I totally just did this to your thing.
Yeah,
right?
I don't like that at all.
And then women look at us like, yeah, I'm aware of that.
I was
Yeah, thank
Yeah.
you for that information.
That's totally a thing.
I never really know what to say back either. I'm just like, yep, you're
Confirmed.
right.
You call that a thing after what I did to it?
And it's weird because over text message, sexting, it doesn't bother me at all. But yeah, in the actual moment, and no.
Prolapse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Forgot about that one.
That makes me shiver.
Yep.
There's one here where you earned your Detroit hockey team.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one. That's something right there.
All right, are we significantly grossed out?
I think we've covered a lot of things that make people's stomach churn a little bit.
We've ruined some breakfast this morning, earlier than normal. Usually it takes till the stupid news till we ruin the breakfast.
I have so many things to do here today. We have so many things to do, we might as well get headed in the right direction. Randy Shaver is going to be here later. And I'll tell you again what I said earlier on. I love today. I love the final. I'll try to have as many laughs as possible. And then if you even think about getting a hold of us after 9 a.m., you can go F yourself. We'll be back with the stupid news here in a few minutes.
Half-assed morning show. 93X.
Well, hello to all the wonderful podcasters out there, wherever in the world you're listening right now. We truly appreciate it. Dana here. Yeah, I'm a sports junkie, I'm a wing lover, and of course a Smart Club member because I trust my home comfort to standard heating and air conditioning, and I really think you should too. Right now it's HVAC mania, and these deals will help offset the cost when your brackets get busted. You can score a $45 coupon on a furnace tune-up, normally $148. And no, it's never too late to show your furnace some love. And if your system's about to crash out like a 5-seat against a 12, now's the time to replace it on your schedule with 0% financing from Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. Go to standardheating.com and mention 93X. Standard Heating and Air Conditioning, providing the comfort you deserve since 1930.
Years of hard work, and now you've got pain in your back, your shoulders, your knees, maybe your joints. You need help. Randy Shaver here with the answer. Dave Bialke. He's got over 30 years experience in getting workers' compensation benefits for people just like you. Don't suffer. Call Bialke Law today. 763-571-2410 or go to bialkelaw.com. That's BIALKE law.com. And it spells relief for you.
Stupid news on the Half-assed morning show.
Absolutely. This is going to be something. You know, Josh, do you know why it's so great that there will always be David Lee Roth era Van Halen around to enjoy until the end of time?
Why's that?
Because it will always be there to remind people of how much their favorite band sucks. We were talking earlier about different, possibly upsetting sexual terms, sexual slang. I mentioned that there's an old Van Halen song called Drop Dead Legs from the year in 1984, and in the lyrics, David Lee Roth wrote, "Throw my ropes, loop-de-loop." And as a 13-year-old kid, I had no idea what he meant by that. As I got a little older, I understood. Throwing ropes is, of course, a slang term for a massive money shot. And if you don't know what a money shot is, it's too late for you. But anyways, while we have some time, I just wanted to call attention to the rest of the lyrics in the song Drop Dead Legs because it's so David Lee Roth. It's so hilarious, so much fun. He starts out with drop dead legs, pretty smile, hurts my head, gets me wild. Dig that steam, giant butt, makes me scream, I get a nothing but the shakes over you and nothing else could ever do. And then they go into the main part of the, you know that you want, and then it gets to the good stuff in the second verse where he says, dig those moves, vampire, set me loose, get it higher. Throw my rope, loop-de-loop, nice white teeth, Betty Boop. There will never be another Dave Roth. Ever.
Medical
Josh
Device Jesus, this is funny. It's the same way for name a band, but especially ones with legendary guitar players. Medical Device Jesus said, still don't hear any lyrics. All I hear is EVH. I'm the same way. I'm the exact same way.
Ashley yesterday touched a couple of player hearts with a text message she sent out to Josh and I yesterday. And she sent us a video of her little baby watching Mr. Big concert videos. And he's just a little baby, of course, but he's watching Eric Martin and Billy Sheehan and Paul Gilbert and the late, great Pat Torpey performing live in Japan in the early 90s. That's what you were showing your kid on television yesterday. I thought that was wonderful.
He seemed very interested. And then I had him watch some live Van Halen.
Dude.
And then I had him watch some.
From what year?
Oh, shoot. I cannot
What was it,
remember.
Dave?
Yeah, I believe so. But then we quickly
You don't even know when you're looking at Dave?
We quickly switched to Eddie's guitar solos for a while.
Oh, you fast-forwarded to those.
Yeah. It was pretty cool watching his guitar solos when he was younger because he would I believe it had to be him that I was watching. He would smoke his cigarette and then put it in the top of his guitar.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
So you were watching, that was actually Sammy Hagar era. So the kid's off to a bad start. But you were watching that Live Without a Net from 1986 where they're playing in New Haven, Connecticut. And Eddie's wearing a white tank top and pink pants. And he does that long solo where, yes, he puts his cigarette, he sticks it on the exposed strings of his guitar neck.
Yeah, I love that. All I had to say was that, and you know exactly what video I'm talking about.
That's a magical solo that's been shared. That's a beautiful performance by Ed. So just don't show him too much Sammy.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. It was so badass.
He'll get the wrong idea. He'll get the idea that Van Halen wasn't Van Halen, but he's got plenty of years to work on this.
And, he seems like a great guy, but don't show him any Gary Sharon. Even in Extreme, and Nuno Betancourt's another one of my favorite guitar players.
But it was really interesting, watching this video that you sent with Mr. Big live in concert on the television, and then you just kind of shot the video from your baby's perspective, and just to see him kind of looking at the TV saying, hey, that's kind of cool. What's that? Right?
Yep.
My buddy Curtis used to play his oldest daughter Iron Maiden concert videos when she was a tiny little kid. And she grew to really love the theatrics of it all, being a tiny little kid.
That's my goal.
And her favorite part, of course, of watching any Iron Maiden concert was Eddie coming out on stage. And if you're a Maiden fan, you know what it means when we say Eddie comes out on stage. Curtis's little daughter became a fan of Eddie, and she would even sit and watch Iron Maiden videos with her dad, and she would get bored, and she'd poke her dad and say, when do they get to the scary guy? Which was Eddie coming out on stage.
Yeah, I want him to be way cooler than I am, so I figured this is a good start.
That's a great start.
You're doing the right thing. All right, what do we got here? The stupid news. If you want to see a good video, it sounds like quite a few people have been enjoying this one here. And I'm going to go ahead and tell you all about it. By God, I am. Sometimes, like, say, in the movies, when someone ups and dies, it seems that the dead person can sometimes leave their body and then hover in the air. Maybe even at their own funeral, they're able to float in the air and watch the whole schmear go down, right? Well, if that's true, this would be flattering for any man, any dead man, to see at his own funeral. There's video out there, Summers, and it's going round and round. A dude checked out. They put him in the casket. And at his funeral, 2 women cut loose and started to fight right over the top of the dead bastard's casket. They took to hand fighting with each other. And that was because the women, in that moment, learned that the dead dude was banging both of them before he upped and died.
Is this your dream? Do you want this to happen?
It's any man's dream. That's why I started the story the way I did. Josh.
I definitely could just see you, though, putting that in your will.
Yeah, if you're the dead feller, Josh, and you are floating above the scene of your own funeral, I mean, you've got a eating grin on your face, don't you?
Seeing a fight over that?
Yeah, they're fighting over him after death.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd want it to be for that reason, but that was one of the more odd fights I've ever seen.
Well, it's just kind of a hand scratching.
They're kind of pulling at each other,
yeah.
And the top of the coffin's coming off.
Wait a minute, you don't want to see 2 women fight over you while you're floating above your own funeral?
No, not really. I got, there's one woman for me.
Oh, well, you let it go.
We've been together almost 20 years.
Come on.
Come on,
There's
Ashley
got to be
says.
a little party that would be like sweet.
No.
Jesus,
Not interested.
she's really got you on a friggin' leash, doesn't she?
Well, she's listening this morning.
Damn right, I'd say. They only fight over the great ones.
Yeah.
Well,
I'd love that.
Yeah, two dudes boxing each other at the church over Ashley's dead body.
I want because, I'm like you, Josh. I love my husband, so I would prefer to only be with him. But it would be cool if it was like dudes from like 30, 40. Well, I hope I live longer than that. I don't know, like 60 years ago. And they're still mad because they couldn't live their life with me. So
you want a full-on Royal Rumble?
Yeah,
that's different. I think my wife, she'd be, of course, just so happy at my funeral, right, that I'm finally gone. I don't want to ruin it for her by having her to get in a fight with somebody else.
But she'd kick everyone's ass,
Oh
though.
my gosh, yeah.
Probably.
She'd be
So-
beaten ass.
Ashley, you want all of them showing up.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's a big enough church.
My wife found out that her dad had a second family at a hospital when he was dying. She came, her and her mom and sister.
One more time. Start that over one more time.
My wife found out that her dad had a second family when they
Right.
visited him at the hospital, just like out of a television show.
Oh, man, that is
Or
messed
in
up.
this case,
That is absolutely awesome.
she's 12 years old. She goes to the hospital. Everyone's so sad, and they're like, wow, that poor family over there, they seem so sad as well.
Oh, my
And
God.
realize they're sad over the same guy.
Whoa, I think I would just stop crying and be like, oh, this doesn't matter anymore. And I
See,
would
my
leave.
mind went straight to the logistics of how that guy was able to pull that off, because that just sounds exhausting.
I bet it was.
Yeah, I thought even just dating multiple people was, by multiple, like 2 or 3.
Right.
I only did that a couple years of my life. That was stressful.
Mm-hmm.
Because he'd be like,
dude.
oh, yeah, hey, remember when we did this? And
Oh,
they'd
my
have to say,
God.
no, that wasn't us.
Oh,
That was the worst. I sucked at that too. Or I had a bad run where I wouldn't save people's numbers. Even if I was talking to them for weeks. I don't know what was wrong with me. I just couldn't save a number. So there was times where I would accidentally text back the wrong number. And I'm like, and I'd have to spin it. No, this was totally meant for you.
It can be confusing. It can be exhausting to have multiples. You got one on this end of town. You got one on that end of town. So, again, here's a dead guy in his casket and 2 women. I mean, they damn near spilled the dead body out onto the floor.
I thought it was going to go.
They were, like we said, hand fighting directly over his casket. And he must not have been the biggest sumbitch, because just the weight of these 2 women hand fighting over the top of the casket almost spilled his carcass out onto the floor. Is the video up on our website?
It's about to be.
It's a lot of fun. It doesn't last too long. They are separated. At one point or another, they are the 2 pissed off ladies who realized they were both effing the same dude only after he checked smooth out. They started fighting over a bouquet of flowers that had been dumped onto the casket. They're fighting over that. This hilarious disaster, if you care, took place in a town called Veracruz, Mexico. It says here, one of the gals involved realized that the other gal was also banging the dead guy. When one of them whispered into the casket, she whispered, "My love, I'm going to miss you."
What'd you say, bitch?
Right.
Pardon me?
That's absolutely hilarious. You can't make it up, Cubby.
Yeah, I'm trying to imagine what that would be like. I mean, just the confusion. Do you think with the amount of rage she had that maybe she suspected? Because I think I'd be so confused for a while I wouldn't be able to hand fight over a coffin.
Yeah, I would have to have a conversation quick with some questions. Maybe she's confused.
They both probably suspected over the years before his death that maybe he was pinning something on the side. Yeah, I think that's safe to say.
I do love the video.
Would
It
you
is
agree
finally
it's
up, by the
weird?
way.
It's like a weird kind of fight. I'd be embarrassed if that was me.
Yeah, they didn't really know how to fight. It was like watching a baseball fight.
Yeah.
I remember in 4th grade, I got in a fight with a kid, and there's a crowd like there is in grade school, And I heard somebody say, "It looks like my grandmas are fighting."
Oh, no.
I was pretty embarrassed.
Yeah.
Like, I better learn how to fight.
Oh, man. There's a lot of automobile-related gangbangs happening. The rest of today's report reflects that. Automobile-related, I said. And I think we've got another video for you. I think that's the deal. This here video involves a dude who, I mean, by damn, he smashed his car smooth into somebody's house. Well, the story calls it a house. To me, it looks like a building on a city street, but I'll just go ahead anyway. This happened in Wales or some stupid place like that. She's all on video. In the video, here comes the dude. He's behind the wheel of some cute little black convertible type of motor vehicle. He's a-rolling down the road, and then suddenly he goes all sideways. And as my buddy Curtis would say, smash-ola. He hits that house/building on a city street. He hits it hard, son. Real hard. And then there he sits in the middle of the street, smoke pouring out from the hood. My guess is the driver was trying to figure out what the F just hit him, you know. Who put that building there? Kind of a thing. Here's the fun part. When someone came out the house/building on a city street, when someone came out to ask him how he was doing in there, the driver brilliantly said, "Yeah, I'm all right. But my buddy, the one who was driving, he ran off."
He's quick on his feet.
Yeah, I'm good. But my buddy who was driving, he ran away. But I'll tell you this, when I find him, I'm going to kick his ass. Nobody was buying that, of course.
No, God, no.
No.
You know, maybe he took a hit to the head and really thought there was a buddy. I'd never do anything that stupid.
I don't know about that, Cubby, because next thing that happened, a different car pulls up onto the scene, Dinkus hops in, and he gone. The local cops are trying to find this prick. He's still on the run. And they're also trying to find his buddy, obviously, the guy who was driving.
The mystery man.
The folks who own that house/building on a city street, they're friggin' pissed. Their place is mangled.
Yeah, I'd be pretty bothered. This guy's not going to take any responsibility.
To me, it looks like somebody might have had a few too many Steve Weisers.
That'd be my guess.
Yeah, I'm all right. The other guy, the one who ran away, the one who was driving, total dick. Can you believe that? Did you see? You didn't see him? Yeah, he ran.
It's very fast.
Here's a couple real cutie pies. Oh, Josh, they were visiting the piss-poor, far southeastern portion of the United States. Visiting. Tourists. Serves them right for going down there. But anyways, these two slapbags are in trouble with John Law. They were driving down the road with a dead alligator strapped to the roof of the vehicle.
That is so redneck.
Why would you? And that ain't allowed down there, I guess.
Josh, you think they did the, that's not going anywhere.
You have to.
Yeah, of course.
It's law.
even with an alligator?
100%.
Dude, that's hilarious.
Are you allowed to do that anywhere?
I don't think so.
With,
I don't know.
any animal?
I don't think we have enough alligators here to.
Yeah, Tennessee, it's
legislate
allowed,
that.
actually.
Well, because I've seen like pictures of people where like they don't have much room, so they'll like strap a deer just about anywhere. And
Well, yeah.
I've always thought like that cannot be allowed.
Well, it used to be, because it used to be quite common just to tie your kill to the roof of your vehicle. It must have, in the 70s and 80s, that must have been legal, because damn near every deer hunter that I know did exactly that. I don't see it anymore, so my guess is it became illegal at one point or another.
Yeah, I remember seeing that for sure.
Just tie it to the lid of the vehicle.
I looked it up, and the first thing that came up was, it is generally discouraged.
We're talking about the deer or the alligator?
Yeah, the deer.
Yeah, maybe it was always legal, and people just have found better ways to transport their deer. I don't know, but all I can tell you is what I already said. It was way more common when I was a kid to see that in November.
I thought I remembered seeing that. I thought that was more normal, but...
So what happened now? Oh, yeah, these two guys were driving down the road with a dead alligator strapped to the lid of the vehicle. And Ashley said, that is so redneck. And you're right, but you'd be surprised. We'll get there. So there were folks driving here and there that spotted these two guys whipping through town with a dead alligator up on the lid. Those folks called the authorities. Some locals who crossed paths with Dinkus and other Dinkus, remember there were two guys in the car, some folks who crossed paths with them pulled them aside and said, hey, you boys can't be running around with a dead alligator. That's illegal. So the fellers took to covering the dead gator with a sheet.
A ghost gator.
I wanted to say it.
Do they put little eye holes in there?
Eventually, they were pulled over. The two of them by the names of Anthony and March, like the month. It's only the second person I've ever heard of in my lifetime whose first name was March.
Really? I've never heard that before.
Nah, never.
Was it a guy or a girl?
Guy.
March.
Interesting.
Certainly
Usually
April.
yeah.
Or August.
June.
Oh, yeah,
Sure.
June. Yeah.
Sure. When I was a kid, one of my buddy's dad's name was March.
You can just do that? I can just I could have named my son like October, March.
Well, I suppose January, that's another one.
Ashley, sometimes you forget the obvious. That's probably what's happening right now. You should know, especially these days, you can name a kid anything these days.
That's true.
Yeah, dude's name was March. Anyway, Anthony and March, that's the name of the two fellers who had the alligator up on the... They told the cops they were trying to find a taxidermy shop so they could have the gator stuffed as a souvenir from their cute little vacation together. There's nothing in here on whether or not Anthony and March killed the gator themselves.
Yeah, just find it on the side of the road.
That's what they claim.
They claim they found it dead?
Yeah, they said, we didn't kill it. It was already dead.
Oh, I missed that part. Okay, so they say they didn't...
That's even weirder.
Now the two of them got to make another trip to town in a few weeks when they go to court. Now, the side note here, Ashley was saying, that sounds so redneck. You would think that these two fellers would be redneck or low-life meth heads or something. They look like two broken-down J-Brones in the picture. They look somewhat disheveled in their mugshots, but it says here one of them is an architect and the other is a, quote, world traveler who speaks 4 languages and has attended acting classes at a prestigious school.
Well, they definitely don't look it.
What's
Right,
going on?
they look...
They don't look like they've ever won a knowledge bowl or anything.
No, they look troubled. So what the hell are two guys like that doing driving around in the middle of the night with a gator carcass on the lid of their car? Well, their answer was that was their souvenir.
You know they're going to tell people that they killed it. They, wrestled it.
Oh, they've got a story or two, I bet. Sure. Yeah, I remember when I was a kid, my dad had a buddy who every deer he shot, and there was a lot of them, he had to bring it over to our driveway with the poor bastard, tongue hanging out, tied to the top of the station wagon. Look what I got. It was over and over and over again. Now I don't see many deer carcasses up on the lid of any vehicles.
I like seeing that on my way. Well, I guess it depends if I got a deer myself or not, but I usually like seeing that on the way back from deer camp on the back of everybody's tailgate.
It's kind of cool. It's it's kind of it's that time of a year type feeling that you get.
It's like we're in it together. Like, look at us.
Look at you and me.
I just I enjoy November, right around that time period, like when I'm driving up north. and I'll see a carload of jabronis all wearing blaze orange. And I always think to myself, right or wrong, I always think to myself, those boys have been drinking beer today.
Yep.
Yeah. There's something about that. Or
Yeah.
like when you're up there and you go into like a restaurant in the middle of the day and there's fellow hunters in the restaurant. I don't know. It's just such a good feeling.
It's a vibe.
Yeah.
All right, in California, where Twisted Sister recorded their legendary live concert video from San Bernardino in 1984, in California, a total dick pile. He got arrested. What did he do now? He demanded free gas at a gas station. Well, who said anything about free gas? That stuff isn't free, is it?
No, you're supposed to pay for it.
Pay.
So expensive.
You got to pay for it?
I mean, we've had giveaways.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that used
But
to
yeah,
be.
if you go to a store, they do require payment.
That used to be a thing around here, the free gas. We had people coming uncorked for that. And understandably so. So a guy, and the neighborhood cops have this all on video too, apparently. I didn't see the video. But the dick pile, he walked into the gas station and he said, yeah, I'll take $55 worth of free gas, please. And when he was told that there was no such thing as free gas anywhere in the world, nor has there ever been any such thing as free gas in the history of mankind, the dick pile, he sat down there at the gas station, he crossed his arms in front of his chest, and he refused to leave. He said, we'll see about that. I'm going to go ahead and sit here until you give me free gas for my vehicle. So here come the police, and they naturally asked this guy, what's wrong with you? Are you ready for this now? Dick Pile said, I don't believe that money as a unit of payment, I don't believe that it's real. I don't believe in money.
They want you to leave because you haven't paid for gas?
I sincerely believe that money as a unit of payment is not real.
I love that kind of bit.
Another one of those, I don't follow the rules of your society type people walking around in a constant state of madness. I don't believe that money as a unit of payment is real.
And it always seems like they present it as if they're so enlightened.
Yes.
The rest of us are morons.
Yes.
We're sheep.
Yeah, we follow the rules.
Is this part true, Josh, or is this a joke? It says the cops sent in a negotiator to debate with this nutbag over whether money was real or not.
I think it was more like saying our cops are good negotiators, just themselves. We can work things out, not an actual negotiator.
Oh,
I'm a terrible negotiator.
are you?
Yeah, you wouldn't have to send in a negotiator if that was ever appropriate. If I took something like a bank hostage or something like that.
Yeah, I'd give in right away.
Whatever their first thing was, I'd give in to that.
Sorry for bothering you.
I might have a list of demands, but I probably would get out of there without receiving one. Even like the free pizza or
Right.
whatever.
Dude wanted free gas because he didn't believe in money. So,
And it's also presented in a way like, what are you going to do now?
Right.
You weren't expecting that, were you?
in the end, Dick Pyle went to jail. Give us a break with that crap, will you? I don't believe in this and that. Shut up. Money is real. Laws are real. Save your brilliant alternative theories because we don't care.
Because I'd imagine if this guy gets his car stolen, all of a sudden laws do become real.
Oh, isn't that funny how that works?
It is weird. That's just because they're enlightened and they can decide when it's good and when it's not. I got to say, if I was ever a cop and somebody they decided that they were going to say something like that, the first thing I would do is have to FaceTime you, Nick, to make sure you saw it. It finally happened.
I haven't yet encountered one of those sovereign citizen, your rules don't apply to me. I've yet to encounter one of those people face-to-face ski.
I have once, but it was like something they put on their car. So I don't know if it was a joke or if they legitimately believed it.
What do you mean? What do you want to be specific on?
It was like they had like a sticker on and a license plate surround or whatever you call that indicated
like
that
a
they were,
template thing?
Yeah, whatever that's
Interesting.
called. And they that indicated they were sovereign citizens.
Wow.
So I don't know if they were messing around or if that was legit.
Well, they have a license plate. Isn't that, against what they believe? I don't know. These people confuse me.
Good question from a listener. Good question from a listener texted in. I wonder if that sumbitch thought that handcuffs were real. These handcuffs feel real to me. It almost feels like I'm under arrest for breaking your laws.
Oh, this is really good. This person would hire that guy ASAP, and when the paycheck shows up, hit him with money isn't real.
Ah,
a lot of zeros on that.
Oh.
Hey, you understand, right? It's basically a blank piece of paper to you.
Yeah, right. That's so funny how you can go one way with it, but when it goes the other way, you'll have a completely different set of beliefs. F me running. Before we go, what do you make of this? Beer made from bath and laundry water.
I'm exhausted by all the beer.
Yeah, me too.
The various ways.
Yeah, like, this one has
I'm tired of it
donuts. This one has Twizzlers.
What about, like, the OnlyFans people that make, beer out of their bath water or just sell the bath water, that kind of thing?
Yeah.
Everyone's got their angle because they want to be noticed, but I'm a little tired. Just hand me a friggin' beer without there being 79 different.
Are there any? I mean, I know you're a domestic beer guy, but are there any of those fancy beers, for lack of a better way to put it, like a specialized brew that you would like?
No.
Like a seasonal one or whatever?
I mean, again, this is a beer made from bath and laundry water. If it's the only kind of beer you got, I guess I could try to force 3 or 4 of them down.
Yeah, I'll try.
What am I going to do, not drink beer? But, no, I like it old school,
Dana, you kind of seem like someone who might like a tap house or whatever they call it, where they've got like a wall of different kinds.
Absolutely not. I can't stand those places.
Oh, really?
No.
That surprises me. I mean,
No.
you seem to be pretty open-minded. I don't really drink, but I thought those were cool.
I prefer like regular beer, but I still like going to those places and trying new things, especially when you look at the ABV and it's like 12.
Oh.
I'm like, oh yeah, baby, let's go.
That's usually what I go by when I'm at those places, Ashley. I go, all right, well, I got to be here. Let's find the one that's going to get the job done the quickest.
Yeah, I like mango flavored beers. Those are usually pretty good.
I like I said, I'm burned out on all the specialized beer.
I understand.
But I don't hate them. And like I said, if it's all you got, I'll give it a shot. But traditionally, I'm a old style Budweiser, Old Milwaukee. Oh, I love an Old Milwaukee.
Oh my god.
I mean, I like
been
those
so long.
places a lot, but I've never tried any of them. It
Hams.
seems cool to me.
You should go there and just get the darkest beer.
You know what? I had Guinness once, and I thought it was going to be miserable. I didn't mind it at all.
Oh, really?
I love Guinness. I love dark beer like that.
So
it's very filling, but it's delightful.
A San Francisco company, they're stirring up Steve Weiser's made from recycled shower and laundry water. Friggin' hippies. They got 2 styles that they mixed up for you. One of them goes by the name of Shower Hour IPA. The other is Laundry Club Kolsch. Kolsch, K-O-L. They say when you piss it out, it smells like Tide.
Sports on the 93X Half-Assed Morning Show.
I mean, I'll go back through. I think the game's it gets a little raw, I liked a lot of things we did tonight, but we didn't find a way to win the game. Like I said, I think some of the goals that we gave up are preventable, just with some details on things. And like everything, you evaluate the game, evaluate the players, and move on.
You move on, he says. That's Pigs head coach Gene Snitsky. He says they didn't do enough to win last night. Well, change that.
Do something about it. You're
Do
the
something
coach.
about you're the guy running things up. Pigs had a very spirited game with the Dallas Stars last night. You know, everyone was looking forward to it. This is the how do you say it, Josh?
Preview?
The playoff preview, and they're still jostling back and forth for that home ice advantage in the opening round. The Stars got the better of them last night by 1 goal. Snitsky, you better buck up there, son. You got to make a run here, or we're going to be pissed. And the state of hockey's going to turn on your ass.
State of hockey.
They still got 3 more games to play starting tomorrow in Nashville, Tennessee.
Popular joint.
Oh, I'll tell you right now. Twins went ahead and swept the bastards.
How about that?
Yay!
Were you mad about that, Ashley?
No.
Yeah,
My buddy immediately texted me and was like, I don't think they're going to lose a game. I don't think they're going to lose a game this season. No. It's like, yeah, it's good to have hope.
156-6?
Yep.
Go ahead and take me out to the friggin' ball game. Twins beat the Tigers. What was it, 4-1? I don't know if I wrote
3-1.
3-1. They were just having a wonderful time. Brooks Lee. Guy was swinging the bat like he had never played baseball before in the first 12, 13 games of the season, but he got the tie-breaking 2-run single to win the game for the Twins yesterday. Happy for that kid. He was really struggling, but he got her done, and he was pumped. I don't know if you saw the moment or saw the highlights. Brooks Lee's reaction to getting that game-winning hit was hilarious.
Was like a feeling of relief?
Oh, I mean, he just went wild. He went
Okay.
wild, and his teammates were very supportive. So what's happening now? They go to Canada for a series. Wolves at the Houston Rockets tonight. Much more to cover. Much more to cover here in a half hour. Randy Shaver, Brad Ryder. But don't go nowhere. Cubbies News Report's coming up next.
Half-assed morning show. 93X.
Well, hello to all the wonderful podcasters out there, wherever in the world you're listening right now. We truly appreciate it. Dana here. Yeah, I'm a sports junkie, I'm a wing lover, and of course a Smart Club member because I trust my home comfort to standard heating and air conditioning, and I really think you should too. Right now it's HVAC Mania, and these deals will help offset the cost when your brackets get busted. You can score a $45 coupon on a furnace tune-up, normally $148. And no, it's never too late to show your furnace some love. And if your system's about to crash out like a 5-seat against a 12, now's the time to replace it on your schedule with 0% financing from Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. Go to standardheating.com and mention 93X. Standard Heating and Air Conditioning, providing the comfort you deserve since 1930.
Years of hard work, and now you've got pain in your back, your shoulders, your knees, maybe your joints. You need help. Randy Shaver here with the answer. Dave Bialke. He's got over 30 years experience in getting workers' compensation benefits for people just like you. Don't suffer. Call Bialke Law today. 763-571-2410 or go to bialkelaw.com. That's BIALKE law.com. And it spells relief for you.
The countdown is on for the 2026 NFL Draft presented by Bud Light. Catch all 7 rounds 3 days live from Pittsburgh, April 23rd through 25th. Watch every pick live on NFL Network, ESPN, and ABC. NFL Network is also streaming with NFL Plus. It all starts Thursday, April 23rd at 8 p.m. Eastern. Visit NFL.com/draft for more information. Subscription required for NFL Plus. Visit plus.nfl.com for terms.
Half-assed morning show.
It's not just the swearing. Did one of you fornicate?
Fornicate? Look, I've boned a lot of chicks in my time, sure. But as far as I can recall, I've never fornicated anybody.
93X.
All you had to do was pay us enough to live. There goes your inventory.
This is a bad way to request a raise. Taking video of yourself setting a 1.2 million square foot warehouse filled to the brim with toilet paper and other highly flammable paper products on fire while complaining about low wages.
Oh, there was like a company revolt.
Yeah, one guy.
Oh, just one guy?
One guy. Didn't like what he was being paid.
It's got to be fun to watch.
It was kind of fun to watch, especially knowing nobody got hurt. But,
what are they going to pay him in prison?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you get a couple of bucks, don't you, if you wash dishes or something?
Yeah, you spend at the commissary.
Crews rushed to the massive Kimberly-Clark facility early Tuesday morning, but the fire was so intense they were forced to retreat almost immediately. As flames took over, the roof collapsed, and the situation escalated into a full-blown 6-alarm inferno. Roughly 175 firefighters responded, including about 20 engine companies, 15 truck companies, multiple supervisors, investigators, and specialized units. About 20 employees were evacuated. Meanwhile, the alleged mastermind shared several first-person videos on Facebook showing himself lighting fires inside the warehouse.
What a D-bag.
Yeah, you win, bro.
You know, if you're not going to pay us enough to afford to live, at least pay us enough not to do this, the disgruntled employee says.
POV, me setting my workplace on fire.
Yeah.
If they would have paid him more.
Hashtag dad life.
He would have never set the building on fire if they would have paid him more.
Yeah, there is a amount of money that will prevent you from putting other people's lives in danger.
Does that really make sense to you, dude? I mean, come on.
As he said this, he enthusiastically set a roll of toilet paper on fire and simultaneously torching any chance of his paycheck going in any direction but down. All you had to do is pay us enough to live, the narrator says, as the camera focuses on several stacks of paper products beginning to catch fire. Kimberly-Clark's brands include Huggies, Kleenex, Scott and Cottonelle, and Kotex, causing the fire to burn for an extended period. There goes your inventory, he says in a final video, as the flames begin to spread out of control.
There goes your life, dude.
As I said, officials say there were no injuries. But yeah, we've heard about some bold requests for raises around here that didn't work out so well for the individual due to an attitude. A couple of my favorites would be the guy who handed a list of demands arrogantly to the boss and just said, I need all these things or I'm out. And the guy said, you're not getting any of these things. And the guy didn't follow through on his threat.
It's usually the case.
Here is my list of demands. Yeah, that never works.
You must honor each of these.
It might work in the movies.
Yeah. In that case, the boss just said, yeah, we're not going to be able to do any of these.
That was a hilarious one. I enjoyed the hell out of that one.
The other good one was when the person handed their list of demands and said, listen, I'm the soul of this entire radio station.
Mm-hmm. Yuck.
Mm-hmm.
You have to honor these demands.
Screw you.
My favorite was the one where she went into the boss's office and said, I got offered a job at this marketing firm, and they're going to pay me more money. And the boss goes, cool, good for you. Like she was expecting to leverage that as to get a raise, and the boss was like, great, go for it. Have fun.
Yeah, that kind of thing happened to me once, except it was, I guess, legit. I wanted to become a server at the place I worked at because I was a busser and all that stuff, but then I turned 18 so I could handle alcohol. So I was like, hey, either you guys can make me a server or else I got offered a serving position at, it was like the restaurant right next door too.
Tchotchkes?
Yeah, uh-huh.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh, well, have fun there. I thought, no, I've been working here for 2 years, but I thought I mattered a little bit more. Okay, bye.
I'd be too afraid of that happening to me. I would never go in and say something like that.
Yeah, see, that's the mindset that people fall into. They tell themselves that they are just absolutely crucial to their company's existence.
When you literally don't matter at all.
When damn near every one of us is replaceable and quickly.
Oh yeah, except for Josh. But
no,
yeah.
I have no illusions to that. I think things were fine before and would be completely fine after I'm here. So
but it's interesting how people convince themselves, I am the sumbitch and spoke that keeps this wheel a turning.
Yeah, and the two people I described were very difficult people to cheer for.
Yeah.
Very, very, very arrogant, and everybody else sucked compared to them in their mind.
Yeah, I love that. The first scenario you brought up, here are my list of demands. And you can, sign off on this right now, I suppose, he says to the boss. Just approve of these demands and we're all good. And maybe you got to know these specific characters, but the boss looked in his eyes and said, well, he looked down at the list of demands for maybe a brief second and then looked back at this employee and said, yeah, we're not going to acknowledge any of this.
Do you remember any of the demands? Were any of them super
we weren't
outrageous?
Told, at least I wasn't told any.
I got a couple of specifics, and it was ridiculous.
I forgot about another one. I like the one where the guy said, hey, if I don't get this, I'm going to hand in my letter of resignation. And this guy, I wish you knew this boss because he's hilarious. He's not a jerk. He's just I don't know how to describe him. He's a funny dude, but he doesn't put up with crap, and he doesn't like jerks. And so he said, you're saying you're going to hand in your letter of resignation. And he said, just so you know, that would be very well received.
Yes.
Very well
Yes.
Oh.
How perfect. The way he put that, how perfect is it? That would be very well received in the building if you handed in your resignation.
That hurts a little.
Just so you know.
Oh, man.
That would be a very positive move for every last swinging D in the building if you did that.
I would never want to get on his bad side.
It's a beautiful thing when people get that harsh smack of reality. It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, especially when it's people that deserve it.
Yes.
A Florida man is now facing an attempted murder charge after turning a petty argument into a full-blown inferno over a bracelet and a refusal to apologize. On March 30th, deputies were called after 34-year-old Josiah, don't call him Derek Madden, got into a heated dispute with a woman who discovered he'd broken one of her bracelets and notably never apologized. Things got bad quick. The woman and two others were out on the back porch when one of them tried to leave. Madden wasn't having that. He pulled a gun and made it clear nobody was going anywhere. That's when the situation turned into a struggle. The three attempted to disarm him. One managed to knock the gun loose. Another grabbed it and then rushed inside to call 911. Madden, meanwhile, stayed in the garage, pounding on the locked door and grabbing tools in an effort to force his way back inside. Then came the tipping point. The people inside realized he set the garage on fire. By the time deputies arrived, smoke was already pouring out of the home, and Madden was still inside. He initially refused to come out, but eventually exited after deputies managed to open the main garage door. Moral of the story, say sorry. It's less expensive than a lawyer. Madden faces multiple charges, including first-degree attempted murder, since he started the fire knowing people were inside the home.
Jeez.
TikTok inspires many things. Hot dance trends, viral memes. And in one case, from our friends to the east, a more combustible form of civic engagement. A Wisconsin social media superfan told police he tried to set fire to a congressman's office last year because he was angry that the lawmaker backed a bill requiring TikTok's Chinese owner to sell off its U.S. operation. In addition to a 7-year prison stint, a judge sentenced the 20-year-old to 7 years of extended supervision, which sounds sensible considering the circumstances. Around 1 a.m. January 19th last year, police responded to a fire outside a U.S. representative's office. An officer spotted the defendant standing nearby. He told the cop he started the fire because he disliked the lawmaker. He had initially planned to break into the office and ignite things inside, but the window refused to cooperate, so he pivoted. He poured gas on an electrical box behind the building, and around the front of the building, he lit a match and watched it burn. He said he wanted to burn down the office because the federal government was shutting down TikTok in violation of his constitutional rights, he said, and peace was no longer an option. He added that the congressman voted for the shutdown, but he didn't want to hurt the lawmaker or anyone else, just the building. Meanwhile, TikTok did finalize a deal last year to create an American version of the platform.
Dude, what have you done?
It's not that serious. There's so many other ways to rot your brain.
He loves TikTok.
That.
What have you done?
It was kind of fun seeing some of the people I'm not huge fans of. I guess I have a couple people that I follow just to be a D-bag about it.
It's called hate following.
I hate follow. Yeah, it was kind of fun seeing them completely crash out.
Over TikTok?
Yeah.
Well, is there an app for any of you that if it went away, you'd want to burn a building down?
No. I'd probably be most sad about like Facebook because I have all my family on there and I don't know. I don't have their phone numbers. So I'd be kind of sad about that, but the other ones can go away. That's all right.
Maybe back in the heyday of Twitter, I'd be upset, but now I'm pretty much over it.
You did seem to be pretty into Twitter.
Oh, I was huge in it. I loved it. It was so much fun back in the day. Now it's just awful like everything else.
Like everything else.
Literally everything else.
Like everything else in my life, it's turned out awful.
A professional-grade scumbag swindled thousands of dollars from a grieving family member after being entrusted to manage a loved one's estate. Even bragging he could do whatever he wanted as executor of a will, including splashing bucks on buckets of animal semen.
Oh.
61-year-old Peter Littler was appointed the executive of Joseph Webster's will, a role that should have required him to distribute the late man's $200,000 inheritance fairly among his children and grandchildren. But instead, he put together a unique shopping list. When the deceased man's house was sold, the proceeds were supposed to pass through attorneys before being handed over to the rightful heirs. Instead, he transferred the funds directly into his own bank account, ignored repeated requests from the family to turn it over, and at one point he told one of the beneficiaries that he can, quote, do whatever I want. I'm executor of the will.
Oh, my God.
Last week it emerged that he splurged $3,600 on his 60th birthday party, $2,400 on semen from an Olympic racehorse. He never informed family members he was spending the inheritance despite being trusted to act as the executor for their father's estate. At sentencing, a furious judge said this was a manifest abuse of the trust placed in you. Because of your own financial difficulties and your prolific spending, you shamelessly cheated 6 beneficiaries out of a substantial inheritance from such a much-loved father and grandfather. Please.
Well, are they going to divvy up the semen?
Yeah, they'll spread it out. Everybody gets a jug.
A little vial.
Your corrupt and selfish actions deprive them of the ability to make financial choices in their own lives. You knew one had multiple sclerosis. You knew her child had leukemia. To keep that money from them is, in my judgment, mean and shabby, the judge said.
Shabby?
Shabby. Police say Littler's dishonesty and manipulation caused the victims further anguish during what was already a difficult time. That's pretty low.
Cold-blooded,
yeah.
Some might say, Cubby.
How much horse semen do you get for $2,400, I wonder?
Not enough.
I don't think much. I think it's really expensive,
It
right?
is.
Especially if you said it was like some special horse.
It was an Olympic racehorse.
I do not have a stinking clue.
Maybe like a little vial.
Is that like
of
a
it.
full load? You know, I mean, did they break that up?
It's got to be at least a full, or else what's the purpose of it? You can't use it to impregnate other horses.
I'm with you on that. I hope that's what he's using it for the record.
Oh, no.
Here's a look at what's new in theaters and streaming this week. In theaters today, Faces of Death. If you're checking your calendar, it is 2026.
Faces of Death.
The remake centers on the moderator of a YouTube-like website who stumbles upon a group recreating the murders from the original film and questions whether the deaths are real or fake. For those of you who may not have heard of the original Faces of Death, it was described as a documentary. It came out in 1978 and claimed to show the actual deaths of people and animals, but it turned out a lot of that footage was fake.
It was?
Geez,
I
that's
guess so.
dark.
Well, when we were kids, that was a rite of passage. You didn't have balls at my junior high in 1984 if you didn't have the seeds to sit down and watch Faces of Death. So we all did it, so we wouldn't be picked on. But they found out in later years that a lot of it was fake.
I guess so. I was reading. I didn't know until I read an article on that yesterday. I always thought it was real.
I have just very vague memories of watching Faces of Death. What I do remember is a lot of monkey brains being...
That was disturbing.
Oh, yeah. I remember you guys talking about this now.
Monkey brains being consumed by people that live in huts and whatnot. I remember a dude jumping smooth off a building. That's about all I remember. But that was a very serious thing when we were young kids. You had to watch Faces of Death or you weren't a real man.
Yeah, disturbing. The monkey brains, and then I remember, wasn't there like a rotting body with flies all over it?
I don't remember the rotting body.
It was disturbing.
I'm surprised you got through something like that, Josh. It doesn't seem like something that you would be able to...
You had to or you got your ass kicked.
Like Nick said, on the inside I was crying. Yeah. Said a lot of prayers. I wish there was a way I could close my eyes without anybody knowing. Oh, God, it was awful. But you know what? Actually, back then, that stuff didn't bother me as much as it does now, for whatever reason. I'm more affected as an old man. On the streaming side, Outcome lands on Apple TV, featuring a star-studded cast, including Keanu Reeves, Jonah Hill, and Cameron Diaz.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Reeves plays a beloved Hollywood star trying to figure out who's blackmailing him with the threat of a video that would ruin his image and career. And on Hulu, the revival of Malcolm in the Middle with the series premiere of Malcolm in the Middle, Life's Still Unfair.
Yay.
Yeah, so what's the deal now? We catch up with the whole family, huh?
Yeah.
And not Dewey, though, right?
Everybody but Dewey. I think they have a new Dewey.
New Dewey.
But yes, the original actor has not had any interest in acting as an adult. After shielding himself from his family for more than a decade, Malcolm gets dragged back in when Hal and Lois demand his presence at their 40th anniversary party. I got rid of Hulu. We got rid of a lot of streaming services.
Oh, no.
But I'm tempted to get it just for this.
Can you use mine? Do they allow that?
I don't think that's allowed.
Oh, sure it is.
But yeah, that's the first time I've really thought, geez, I kind of want that back.
I just start a free trial at a different email address.
Oh, really? That works?
Yeah, I've done that. That's why I have like 5 different emails.
It's only 4 episodes. You can burn it out in a day.
So, like, they'd recognize my True Eater 420 6969.
Whatever.
Got to do a different one.
Yeah, you have to use a different one.
Happy anniversary to Roseville Ginger Jesus and his better half celebrating their first wedding anniversary. Happy birthday to our longtime co-worker, fill-in board op, host of The Pit, Saturday nights from 10 to midnight. And if I remember correctly, Nick's high school classmate. Cato has a birthday today.
Cato and I went to different schools together.
Happy birthday to Princeton Bushlight Jesus from Rice County Bushlight Jesus. Happy birthday to Mrs. Burnt Thumb Jesus from Mr. Burnt Thumb Jesus. And on a Sunday birthday, happy birthday to you, freshly squeezed Jesus. And that's 93X News.
Randy Shaver and Brad Ryder on the Half-Ass Morning Show.
Josh Bell leads off. The scoreless fourth. He swings and sends it high and deep to right field. Back it goes. Deep it goes and gone. Josh Bell with a long home run out to right, his third of the season. And the Twins have a 1-0 lead.
Checking in for the final here. It's Randy Shaver and Brad Ryder. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Twins went ahead and swept those dirty
What's
bastards.
going on?
I'll tell you what's going on. All right, I'll be honest. I have no idea what's going on.
I don't think they do either.
There's a parade route planning meeting at 9 a.m. down at Target Field today.
I bet a lot of folks, when they saw that 4-game Tigers series right away on the schedule, they thought that this would showcase just how far behind the Twins roster is compared to other big league ball clubs. And in this example, a very good big league ball club like the Detroit Tigers. But she went the complete opposite direction, and damn, I'm proud of the boys. Swept those sons of bitches. Yesterday, Brooks Lee hit a tie-breaking 2-run single in the 8th inning for the Twins, and she turned out to be a 3-1 win. I can't believe I'm saying this. Mick Abel pitched 6 scoreless innings against the Detroit Tigers lineup with 7 strikeouts.
Yeah. Other than the 3 walks, I thought he was pretty rock solid. I mean, it's the most pitches he's thrown in a start in his career.
What did he get up to?
102.
Oh, really?
And Shelton left him in there. He walked to the mound to talk to him, and there was conversation they might pull him, and they left him in there, let him finish the 6th inning, so he got a quality start with the game yesterday. He left leading 1-0. It's too bad they couldn't hold that lead,
right,
to give him the win, but he certainly deserved it and looked great. If the season were to stop today, the regular season, the Twins would be the number 1 wild card in the American League.
And people got on me for getting on Gopher Basketball.
No, I'm just saying. As of right now, they're 7-6. They're 5-2 at home. They've played.
Randy, it's April 10th.
I know what it is, but
he knows what the date is.
He's got a calendar.
But I'm just saying that they're playing good baseball.
That's all he's saying, Brad Ryder. What are you getting all crazy on us for?
He was just saying.
He said something else. I wish that baseball in this isn't going to happen either. Would rethink or restructure their who gets the win, pitchers win. rule because in this case, the guy who came in for him, like you said, he gave up the run, tied the game, but he got the win because he was in the game when the Twins took the lead. But
haven't we all long stopped caring about wins for pitchers? That's kind of been a useless stat for years.
Yeah, but it is more reflective of who pitched better. If you can have an official score, this should be the winning pitcher.
The kid who got the win you're referring to is Garrett Acton.
Yeah,
went 2 innings for his first career win. Now, I can believe I'm saying this. Josh Bell went 3 for 4 with a dong when we heard the audio of that dong ski in Cubby's intro. I'm a big fan of what this Josh Bell has brought to the table so far, but I mentioned that yesterday. So,
well, here's the other stat, Nick.
Yes.
5 different relievers with 5 saves.
Yeah.
They had 4 different relievers earn a save in this series. That hasn't happened in like decades in the major leagues, where 4 different pitchers each got a save in a 4-game series. It's crazy.
So here's the deal, Brad Ryder. No one's crowning anybody.
Nope.
We're not crowning the ass, but we're just saying we like what we see so far. I told you a couple weeks ago that a friend of mine, maybe it was just last week, I don't know, and it doesn't matter, a friend of mine who is a baseball whiz, he said, you're going to like what this Shelton guy brings. You're going to like his style. Well, so far, like Randy was saying about leaving this Abel kid in there, so far Derek Shelton has proved that he's got something going. The Twins, of all ball clubs, are in the books now with the first 4-game sweep of the baseball season. They hadn't swept a 4-game series in 2 years. The last team the Twins swept in a 4-game series was the Athletics in June of 20 and then 24. What else do I have here for you? They're above the 500 mark for the first time since last June when they were 36 and 35. Eric Orsi is that 5th different Twins pitcher, Randy Shaver, to record a save. There was a scary scene in the outfield. Tigers center fielder Parker Meadows got mangled in the 8th inning after a head-to-head collision with the left fielder, a kid by the name of Riley Green. The two of them knocked skulls, and that Meadows kid was asleep before he hit the turf. I don't know if anyone else saw it.
Yep.
They hauled him off to the hospital. I hear he was, there were some worries in the Tigers clubhouse. I hear they kept him overnight in the hospital, so we hope that kid's doing okay. Next up, the Twins start up a 3-game series in Ontario tonight, with Simeon Woods Richardson starting the game for the Twins. This has been terrific.
Back to Randy's comment about if the season ended today, the Twins would be in the playoffs. Jesus Housen says, good Lord, Randy, and my wife calls me premature.
Oh.
I'm just saying. I'm not saying that's where they're going to end up. I'm just saying as of today.
It's one of the all-time great setups in the history of covering sports. If the season were to end today.
But it doesn't.
It's a classic setup.
Yes.
And it gets the fan base excited. Josh is
excited.
Josh is excited.
Thought that was cool.
We played the equivalent to 1 game and 2 quarters of an NFL season.
1 game and 2 quarters of an NFL season. Well, hey, that was, but Brad Ryder, that was enough for a lot of Jay Brones in this town to go buy a Josh Dobbs jersey.
Yeah, you don't have to bring the Vikings into this.
You're right about that.
Why you got to drag the Vikings into this nightmare?
The Vikings have a whole new. The Vikings have a whole new level of fandom in this area.
This ain't football,
right?
Yeah.
Back off, Brad.
The Pastronaut. I miss the Pastronaut.
That was enough for a couple of Jay Brones in this town to claim J.J. McCarthy was the answer, was a game and a quarter.
A preseason game.
Preseason game and a quarter.
Yeah.
Stupid idiot. What's that coach's name? The Twins, now I love this. This has become a fun part of the Twins story so far. This has been a fun part to follow. The Twins have made big league umpires their bitches so far this baseball season. They've taken great advantage of the new ABS challenge system, which, of course, allows players, if you don't know, that allows players to challenge umpires' ball and strike calls as many times as they want each game until they get two wrong. A big example was the 8th inning of Wednesday's game against Detroit. Ryan Jeffers made 2 successful challenges behind the plate there for his reliever, a feller by the name of Cody Lawyerson, who's looked pretty good so far. So Jeffers made 2 successful challenges, the second of which resulted in strike 3 that stranded 2 Tigers on base of that close game they had with Detroit on Wednesday where the Twins won 8-6. No club has been better at overturning umpire ball strike calls via this ABS gimmick than the Twins so far.
Well, specifically Ryan Jeffers. He's been phenomenal.
He comes off like some kind of a damn, what's the term they use, Josh? Like a savant.
He does.
Who should be naturally better at that is catchers.
Right.
When they hit.
Right.
But Jeffers is standing out. He's just nailing this. As of yesterday, I don't know how many successful or unsuccessful challenges they had yesterday, but as of before yesterday's game, the Twins have 7 more successful challenges on the season than any other team. And like we covered, their secret weapon has been Ryan Jeffers. What else do I have? I got some more numbers here. And all in all, I think we covered this already, but all in all, this ABS gimmick has been slick. I like every other baseball fan, I wasn't sure how I was going to react to this once I saw it in a real game, but it's been pretty slick.
I barely even noticed at this point,
Right.
I thought it was going to take a long time and delay things, but no, it goes by quick.
That's the key right there. One of the reasons why it's working is because it's not delaying the game.
Here's what it says about Jeffers. Of his 10 correct challenges behind the plate, 8 of them have resulted in a strikeout. Pretty interesting to me.
I think what it's done for me when I've seen it, it makes me appreciate the umpires even more, because when you see the replay and you see how close maybe some of these calls are, I mean, they've got a tough job.
Yeah.
When they're missing by like an inch and a half. And I want to get the call right, so it's a good thing that they're doing this. It's not delaying the game. You're absolutely right, but it does make you appreciate the job that they're doing even more. That they're even getting 95% of the calls right.
Yeah, keep in mind, we're talking about all sorts of different pitches too. It's not just fastballs.
And they don't know what pitch is coming. They don't know if it's a fastball or a curve or a split or a changeup or. They've got to adjust. They've got to adjust the strike zone for every guy who's up. Maybe there's a 6'3" guy up, and then there's another 5'8" guy coming behind him. I mean, that's a tough job.
I'll swing from the jock of big league umpires. I will. They do have a difficult job, and usually they get it right. Well, maybe I shouldn't say usually, but let's just leave it at that. They have a tough job. Now, here's a text from Mediocre Machinist Jesus. Why don't they just do this with every pitch? So he's looking for full-on robot umpiring. It'll come someday. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, it'll come. I would rather there was no replay in any sport anywhere. Yep. All I'm saying is so far this ABS thing hasn't pissed me off at all. It'll come, though. Mediocre Machinist Jesus, I don't know how old of a character you are, but probably before you're dead, you'll just see robot umpiring full on from one end of the ball field to the other. Well, it looks like that Pigs Stars playoff preview went Dallas's way last night. She was tied 4-4 in the third period. And that's when the Stars' Jason Robertson scored with about 9.5 minutes left to play. The Pigs ended up on the losing end of a 5-4 hockey game.
I don't know why, but I thought that game was on television. Everybody could watch it. I got so frustrated last night because I don't do an ESPN Plus and I don't have Hulu.
Oh!
So I was totally screwed last night in being able to watch that game. I hate that.
Did you hear that? Josh, Randy got boned.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat.
I hate that. I just wish they would, especially this time of year, don't put any playoff games on some sort of weird streaming channel. Stop it.
They're going to do that, though, aren't they?
Oh, of course.
I don't know, but stop it because that's not fair.
No, it sucks. Well, ESPN called last night's game a physical and entertaining preview of the upcoming playoff series. So the Stars sat 4 points ahead of the Man-Bear Pigs. Both clubs still have 3 regular season games left to determine who gets the usually overrated home ice advantage in the first round of the playoff. The Russian kid scored 2 of 3 power play goals for the Piggies. I don't know. Tell me, this is notable, I guess, or maybe not. It was the Pigs' first regulation loss when leading going into the third period in 2 years.
Yeah. They were like 61-0 or something like that.
As we've mentioned before, keeping all your best players healthy this time of year is maybe the most important thing.
I think Eriksson Ek got hurt last night, though.
Well, he left the game last night after taking a puck to the cake. But I wouldn't worry too much about that one. Taking a puck to the puss ain't no thing for those boys. They'll stitch up his face or put a half shield. They're not a half shield. Everyone wears they'll put a full shield over. If it's that bad, he'll be out there. The Pigs play tomorrow night in Nashville, Tennessee. Dallas has a home game against the New York Rangers.
Yeah. I think Nashville is fighting for a playoff spot too, so they're going to be coming at the Wild full steam. I think the Wild, is it possible they may just say, okay, let's rest some guys now?
Sure.
That's a smart move at this point.
I think that's what you should probably do at this point. You're not going to lose your position. You're going to play Dallas anyway. Give some of these guys a break. You only got a couple of games left.
Sure. No, that's very possible. Here's a listener who says that Ek came back on the ice already. Okay, I missed that.
Okay,
so don't worry about that, kid. Randy Shaver, according to a couple of our listeners who are texting into our Luther Bloomington Kia text line at 651-989-9393 skis, a few of them are saying you didn't miss anything last night. The announcers were terrible.
Oh, but I can turn the sound down. I wanted to watch the game.
Oh.
Yeah,
they
disappointing.
Say Ek came back with a full shield. Okay. No, they just wanted to poke fun at the announcers. They said they were swinging from the Dallas Stars jocks. It was
of course
like
they were.
It was like you were watching a Patrick It was like you were watching a Patrick Mahomes Super Bowl.
No. That's not good.
Of course they were. Oh, my God.
Was Joe Buck doing the game, too?
We have to be the only state in the country where the announcers are always against us.
They're always against us, aren't they?
Joe Buck says it's pretty much everywhere. He can go on Twitter during a commercial break, and both fans of both sides will be saying that he's biased against them.
Yeah.
He gets a lot of crap, that's for sure.
Eriksson Ek, according to one listener, came back into the game with a fishbowl on his face. Yeah, the full iTech shield. That reminds me of a story about my pal Big Al. We've gone through life together, damn near hand in hand. Big Al and I played a lot of hockey together. Towards the end of our youth hockey career, the ProTech helmet became obsolete. Can anyone here relate when I say a ProTech helmet?
Sure, I've seen those.
Did I get the right? They're perfectly round. They were the, not in the NHL, but in youth hockey, they were the go-to helmet in the 80s. It was just perfectly round. If you don't know, look it up. So towards the end of our youth hockey career, it was kind of widely regarded that these helmets did not protect kids well enough. Kids were getting hurt because this was just the overall vibe. I don't know if there's any numbers to back this up, but suddenly youth hockey coaches and parents were all concerned about the ProTech. It's not going to protect your skull the way the others do. So a lot of kids were updating, or parents were updating their kids' helmets. Big Al went the other way. He kept his ProTech. And again, it It sort of looked tacky after a while. It looked completely out of style, but he didn't care. So he's got this perfectly round helmet, and we're playing a game. I forgot where we were, and it doesn't matter. And Al scores a goal. And one thing that Al liked to do is really over-exaggerate how excited he was about scoring that goal, right? Arms up in the air. Everyone in the crowd, check me out. I just scored, right? So what? But that was his style. So he's got the Pro-Tech on, and some guy from the stands says this. What are you so excited about? You look like someone's ready to fire you out of a cannon. And he continued to sport that in beer league, and guys would always skate up to him and say, what, are you looking to get killed? Here's some further Pigs news for you. Jesper Volstedt is nominated for the Bill Masterton Memorial Trophy. Not as lame as the Lady Bing, but it's close. It's a trophy for sportsmanship. Dedication to hockey. Anyway, Wallstedt's had a good season, and apparently he's been an overall nice guy who's very dedicated to playing hockey, which is nice. He's up for the award. Here's a list of Pigs who have been previously nominated for the Masterton Trophy. If for no other reason, it's just fun for me to go through a list of former players. If you got anything to say about any of these former Pigs members, any stories, go ahead. Dick Park was previously nominated for the Masterton. Dwayne Rollison, Rolly the goalie.
Oh, yeah.
God, he had a nice run there for a while.
Mm-hmm.
The Brahma Bull was his nickname, Dwayne Rollison, the Brahma Bull. Alexander Daig, Wes Walls, Marian Gorbiak. Some of these guys you probably can't picture. Aaron Voros.
I don't think I've ever heard that name in my life.
Solid player. Curtis Foster. One of the greatest names.
How is that pronounced?
Curtis.
Oh, gotcha.
Foster. One of the greatest names in Pigs history. Guillaume Latendresse.
Mm-hmm.
Pierre-Marc Bouchard. Clayton Stoner. A lot of potheads bought his jersey.
Oh, yeah. I still see those at the games.
Nate Prosser, Eric Stahl, Matt Cullen, Alex Stalock. He does some television now, does he not, Alex Stalock?
I think he does.
Matt Dumba, Jared Spur. Wallstedt could become the third player in franchise history to win the award. 2 prior goaltenders won the sumbitch. Who were they? Who were the 2 prior Pigs goaltenders to win the Masterton Trophy?
Probably that one guy.
Yep. I nailed it.
And then the guy that filled in for him a couple years later after that other guy left. I'm guessing those were the 2.
I think you're onto something.
Oh, God, I don't know.
Well, it's not like we're going back 100 years here. The team's only been here for 25 years. I mean,
yeah, they're kind of in one ear, out the other.
What?
Josh Hartnett.
Okay, I was just going to say, wasn't he a good guy, Josh Harding? Yeah.
That's what I've heard.
Josh Hartnett won it in 20 and 13. And
the other, Devin Dubnyk.
Devon, get the tables! Dubnyk won the Masterton. First presented in 1968, the Masterton Trophy was put together to commemorate the late Bill Masterton, who played for the North Stars, and died on January 15th of 68 as a result of head injuries suffered during the game. It's one of the oldest tales in the state of hockey, is the story of Bill Masterton. I don't think he died there on the ice. I think he died at the hospital later. I believe he took a puck to the cranium. But 15,000 seats at the old Met Stadium, yet somehow around 300,000 or 400,000 people claim to have been there the night that Bill Masterton got killed dead. Pigs fans might want to see this big bastard out on the ice before the regular season is wrapped up. The Pigs signed a rookie yesterday, and everyone seems to love the kid's name. So you might see him play in these last 3 regular season games. He's not eligible to play in the playoff. He's a big 6'6" defenseman, 225 pounds of him. Spent the last 2 years playing at the University of Connecticut. Everyone seems to love his name. I was excited, too, until I heard the name, and it was obvious to me what we're dealing with, Josh. Another friggin' Swede. As if we don't have enough of those big, stubborn bastards here in town. The kid's name is Viking Gustafsson Nyberg.
That's pretty cool.
No comment at all from Randy or Brad on a kid named...
I was trying to figure out, does he go by the Gustafsson in the middle, or is it just Viking Nyberg?
I don't know. I've never heard of him until yesterday. Viking Gustafsson Nyberg.
Yeah, Gustav and Nyberg would be a long sweater to put on the back. That's a long nameplate right there.
I don't know what he's going to do with that.
Probably used to that in the NHL.
Yeah.
Go Vikings! Oh, God. Sounds like his on-ice specialty is just getting in the way. He blocks a lot of shots. And being a Swede, his specialty off-ice is probably being the loudest guy at the party and insisting he's right about everything. Oh, those Swedes, Josh.
I haven't had the same experience, I guess.
Everything I'm reading about him, he does go by all three names, so we better get used to calling him all three. Viking Gustafsson Nyberg.
It says here again, he could get some ice time with the boys in one of their last 3 games of the regular season. All right, 6'6", big kid, funny name.
Viking. It's first for me.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever met anyone named Viking. Oh, well, I can hear that you boys can't contain your excitement over the last couple of stories that have.
His name's Viking, and he's in Minnesota.
Jesus.
Kind of hard to get excited about a kid that
wasn't
signed as a free agent that
What's
may
the
or may
name?
not play. Yeah.
Sometimes I wonder, Josh, is this a microphone or a tranquilizer dart?
It can be both.
I should know. Hockey, it's not your specialty. I wish Ashley was back from doing whatever she does, because I'd love to have her in the room for this next story, but we can't control that. She's got things to do. So I guess I'll just have to go ahead anyway. Now, I've never heard of this guy, but apparently if you go see the New York Rangers play at Madison Square Garden, there's some dork bag in the stands called Dancing Larry. And he puts on a show, dancing around like a total jackwagon. Josh, have you heard of Dancing Larry?
Not until the story here, yeah. It was nobody I was familiar with.
Okay.
But it seemed like when you're reading the story that it was somebody you were supposed to be familiar with.
Oh, I wasn't at all tuned into Dancing Larry's background there at Ranger home games. But, they put on some Bon Jovi or something, and he dances and everyone thinks it's cute. Dancing Larry. So word is, according to a lawsuit, Dancing Stupid Larry, he's been accused of being inappropriate with some of the staff at the Rangers games.
Oh, boy.
I wonder if he's one of those guys that's like, hey, do you know who I am? I'm Dancing Larry.
Unfortunately, I think that's probably the case. A few people laughed, when he got up and danced between face-offs, and it went to his head, and now it sounds like the Rangers feature him. Okay, there's a timeout. Let's show Dancing. So I think he fell in love with his character, and now he's...
I mean, he's entertaining. I watched him do some dancing.
Gross, inappropriate behavior is how they put it here in the story. A gal called Miranda, a former member of the Rangers Blue Crew Hype Squad. I'm guessing they're nice-looking gals who run around like cheerleaders. They say that Dancing Larry is always with the hands on the gals' backs and necks. The touching and whatnot. They say he can't stop with the touching.
So he's handsy Larry, too.
Yeah.
It was worse. I mean, he did some pretty gross stuff.
Oh, God.
Well, see, I didn't... Fill me in, Josh. Other than the touching, he's always with the back rubbing and the neck rubbing, according to some people there at the Rangers home games. He's always with the touching. But it says here something about Dancing Larry spitting into people's mouths?
Yeah, that's the one.
What? Oh, come on.
I was trying to figure out how exactly that happens, but yeah, that's one of the things they mentioned. He was spitting in mouths. Bruh. Yeah, and we were kind of talking about this the other day, the unwanted and unnecessary neck rubs. Just do that to somebody you
can't
don't know.
do that.
No.
I got you there, didn't I, with spitting in the mouth? I got you back now. I'll try to incorporate that. Can I go back and tell these other stories? Pigs goaltender Jesper Wallstedt's been nominated for the Bill Masterton Trophy. And when you win it, you receive a trophy, and somebody spits into your mouth.
Oh, God.
The Pigs signed a new rookie named Viking, who comes from Sweden. And I don't know if you know this, but when you are born in Sweden, the doctor spanks your ass, and he spits into your mouth.
Jeez, God. Oh, man.
So, I don't know the background on the mouth spitting here with Dancing Larry. What was the background on that? Like, people would allow him to spit into their mouth at the hockey game?
I'm guessing it wasn't allowed if they're complaining about it. But I sure hope nobody would allow that.
Maybe he's one of those people when they talk, he spits.
No, he's a close talker.
Oh,
yeah.
Maybe.
I don't know, Brad Ryder.
I don't think you can sue it. I mean, it's gross, but you can't sue somebody for that.
If you could, Nick and I would be millionaires from a former coworker.
One of the gals involved at Ranger home game says, every time we return from doing a Dancing Larry bit at the rink, more than one person on the crew laments an unwanted interaction. They say they've had enough of the guy.
Yeah, that's a problem. Dancing Larry's career as Dancing Larry probably came to an end.
I don't understand how he's spitting into people's mouths unwanted.
We don't know either.
How does that even work? In order to spit in someone's mouth, they have to be like, hey, spit in my mouth.
You got to have your mouth open.
Yeah.
Time it? I'm not sure.
They call it textbook sexual harassment. Hell, I don't know. All I can say is that Dancing Larry looks like an asshat, but that doesn't necessarily mean you're a sexual predator. I don't know.
It's usually a good sign, though.
It is funny the entitlement some of these fans get when they get just, like you said, a little bit of notoriety. Wasn't there a Viking super fan that was well known to the Metrodome and sat in the end zone, and then he didn't go to the new Metrodome because he wasn't getting enough special treatment from the team? I remember hearing about that.
There's something to that.
Well, you could be referring to Crazy George. Oh, no, Crazy George performed at the Metrodome.
George.
He performed at the Metrodome. I don't know who you're referring to.
Some guy sat in the end zone and at the old Metrodome, and then when the new Metrodome opened...
Oh, I'm sorry, the old Metrodome, new Metrodome.
You're right, yeah. He didn't get enough specialized treatment from the Vikings. He says, well, I'm not going to any games. I'm the reason I get the crowd fired up every game.
Yeah, I think he wanted the Vikings to waive his personal seat license.
Oh, please.
Oh, come on.
He wanted some
That's
compensation from what I've
Right,
heard.
and I think I've been to a game or two. I think the crowd is still getting pretty fired up even without his presence there.
I'm sorry, I thought you said Met Center original Metrodome, but you said old Metrodome to new Metrodome.
Dancing Larry is a little creepy looking.
You don't like
I don't like the vibe.
He's a little Uncle Festery, isn't he?
Yeah.
Well, again, back to this now, Josh. I looked at one picture of Dancing Larry. It appears, again, he's one of those guys that shaves all of the hairs off of his head and then shines it so he looks like a walking dick. I don't know how many times I have to tell you dudes, you gotta leave something else up there. You gotta leave something up there, whatever you got. Don't shave it all the way down with a razor and then polish it. You look like a pecker.
Yeah, penis head.
It's not that difficult. You just put away the shaving cream and the razor. Unless you want to walk out your house and people go, oh, God, an enormous dick. If you want that, then continue that look.
I would love somebody to say that to me just once, but in a different context. I dream for that. It'll never happen.
When I was a kid, I enjoyed hanging around Crazy George, who would go to Vikings and North Star games.
Yep.
And then remember the North Star fan at Met Center, Randy Shaver? They called him Catfish.
No, I don't.
He was at every friggin' home game. He wore a pair of jean shorts and a North Star jersey that said Catfish on the back.
Everybody wore jean shorts.
Dana did up until a handful of years ago.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I still do.
He still does.
Oh, you do? I haven't
Absolutely.
seen you wear them around here.
Not everybody wore jean shorts to a North Star game in February. And he had his
Jean
jersey,
shorts,
and
a
it
black
said
belt and your shirt tucked in.
Looks good. It's a good look. I love jorts.
Oh man.
Crazy George was fun. Catfish was fun.
Anybody remember the magic number guy at the Metrodome back in the day?
No.
Yeah,
he
I kind of do.
He had the big sign that, what the magic number was. And he was there at every game. He sat up in the upper deck.
Yeah.
No.
Based on Randy's
What was his
reaction
gimmick?
to the sweep, that'll be Randy this weekend or next weekend.
Yeah, Randy's going to be at Target Field, the magic number sign.
Hey, whatever happened to the program guy at the Wolves games?
Yeah, he even got his own bobblehead at one point.
Oh, did he really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to see him there quite often.
So Dana was asking, do we remember a fan who, in betwixt the old Metrodome and the new one, he had some pissing match with the Vikings. He was one of these look at my outfit in the stands guys who would get the crowd hyped up. He got butthurt that they didn't show him enough attention, so he refused to go to the new Metrodome. Okay.
If I remember it, he wanted some money, and they just said, sorry, we can't do that.
A lot of people are texting in saying, are you thinking of Ragnar?
Yeah, that's who.
That's who it was.
I didn't want to say the name in case.
So
he was a mascot. He wasn't
yeah,
a guy sitting in the stands.
No, he wasn't in the stands. He was like an official mascot.
I thought he was not like official. I thought there was something weird, like Victor Viking was official, but
Victor came on later. No,
I mean Ragnar. For Christ's sake, the guy would ride a motorcycle out onto the field.
Right.
I mean,
he was official.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Now I know where you're going with this.
Yes.
And he wanted to be, from what I remember, he wanted to be paid some astronomical amount of money.
That was the rumor.
Yep.
And they said, no.
Mm-hmm.
We can get someone else with long hair and a beard to act like a Viking for 3 hours, so no.
Yeah, he kind of took over for Hub Mead, right? Hub Mead was the longtime face of the Viking mascot.
Yeah, now it's like that hot husband and wife that dress all Viking like. I follow him on Facebook. I'm completely spacing on their names, but I'm sure the listeners know who I'm talking about. They like deck. They always are on the TV.
I don't know who you're talking about.
Yeah, they like deck themselves out in like authentic Viking apparel kind of vibe. It's sweet looking.
I'm not trying to be a total deck here, but you know those folks who kind of overdo it at the ball game?
It looks like a lot of work
with their outfits and whatnot. I don't know. If you're not 11, those kind of people worry me a little bit.
You didn't really narrow it down too much there. There's a lot of those people.
Well, yeah. I wasn't trying to go after anyone specific. I was casting a wide net there, Brad Ryder.
Right, yeah.
Denver Wisco in the college hockey final. Where the winner...
Yes? What happens?
Takes a big wad of spit.
Yuck.
The winning roster all opens up their mouths, and John Buchagras spits in their mouth.
Buchagras.
Some people like that.
All right, not to make this more confusing, but we're getting so many texts, I feel I should bring it up. Folks are saying we're talking about two completely different people and situations, and Dana, the guy you're talking about is not Ragnar, so it's just getting confusing.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm afraid to say any name in case there's lawsuits, but people are all texting in the same couple of people.
Well, some are saying it was Ragnar, some are saying it wasn't Ragnar. Either way, they're two very interesting stories. Masters update, go!
Sam Burns and the defending champion Rory McIlroy tied for the lead after the first round at 5 under. Wyndham Clark has already shot 3 under through the first 4 holes today, and he's now tied for second. It's a beautiful day in Augusta. The sunshine and the wind have made this golf course even tougher, if that's even possible. So it's going to be a very difficult day to score at the Masters.
What kind of wind do they have?
What kind of wind she wants to know?
How fast is it going?
It's going to be
in the morning. It's a little calmer. So the guys that are going out in the morning, like the morning guys yesterday, like Sam Burns and Rory McIlroy, shot lower scores. The guys who are going out in the morning today, like Randy was saying, they're going to shoot lower scores. And guys who are going out in the afternoon are probably going to shoot higher scores because the wind is going to play tricks with their balls.
That's fun. I like
Excuse
that.
me?
I'm trying to dumb it down for people so they could understand.
Grow up, guys.
Excuse me?
What?
Randy, get your head out of the gutter.
The wind what, Brad?
Brad.
No, never. I said it
off.
already once.
He was really hoping it was going to pass by.
Nope, I said it that way on purpose. I wanted to dumb it down for the people who didn't follow golf.
Another needed update here for folks. How about an update on Randy Shaver's drop shot pickleball event coming at the end of the month? Now, I understand that you got some ladies signing up to play, but you could use some more dudes.
We could use some more guys to play in the round robin tournament on Saturday, April 25th. Men's divisions are certainly open for sign up. We'd love to get people out to play. RandyShaverCancerFund.org is where you can find information, or you can contact Drop Shot in Shakopee as well to sign up. But we're looking for guy players because we're a little short on the men.
That should be inspiration for dudes right there. There's going to be nothing but this place is going to be crawling with action.
Girls in pickleball skirts.
Yeah.
And the Friday night open play, it's going to be myself. It's going to be Belinda Jensen. It's going to be Nick. It's going to be Glenn Perkins and Marcus Sherrills, including some actual real pros in pickleball. So Friday night's event is from 6 to 9 at Drop Shot.
Place your bet on which of those 5 people you mentioned, Randy, Belinda, Marcus Sherrills, Glenn Perkins, and myself. Place a bet on who ends up in the emergency room.
You. It's going to be you.
And as I mentioned a couple days ago,
yes,
that's fine if it's me. That's why you go to pickleball events.
Yeah. I'm going to have to come and watch that. You better make it happen, or I'm going to be pissed.
It's like going to an auto race.
If people are
waiting for the crash.
Yes.
If Nick doesn't get hurt, Ashley goes and Nancy Kerrigan's him.
Exactly. Yeah.
If people are betting on it, I can't just go, throw myself into a chair.
I guess.
That would be shady. Need more dudes. Well, there's one sales dork here in the building. The only time he comes into the studio after we wrap up at 9, the only time he comes in here is if we've talked about pickleball or the Green Bay Packers.
Oh, no.
And the other day when we brought up your pickleball event, sure as hell, am I lying, Josh? 3 minutes after we went off the air, he comes waddling into the building. Pickleball? Were you guys talking about pickleball?
Oh, my gosh. I'm so glad I wasn't here for that.
So he should
tell him to sign up.
He said he's going
to sign up. Okay.
Yeah. He's listening, I know. So stop running your yap because we don't want to hear it. Sign up. Right, Josh?
Yeah. I thought maybe because he stopped talking to us about pickleball, I thought maybe he stopped playing.
He's not into it as much anymore. He's into a new game. I forgot what it was. Do you remember, Nick?
Buns and wieners?
It was something like that.
Well, that's fun.
Hide the hot dog.
Oh, you're right. He's into a new style of paddle sport.
Yeah, and it's Randy. It's like the ball's silent or something. That's one of the things he was telling us. It's a different kind of ball.
You sure it wasn't Who's in My Mouth?
By the way, I've never
lost. That's not a game, Dana.
I've never lost.
Ask
sounds pretty
Brad
cool.
how the wind affects that ball.
That is not a game.
It's not a joking matter, Dana.
No, it is not. Wolves, Rockets tonight. They'll continue the JV showdown, I imagine.
Yeah.
And then, of course, Sunday is the final with the KG gimmick and the whole works.
Yeah.
I just saw this on Twitter. The Twins announced that anyone who bought tickets to the home opener can get free tickets to the April 17th game against the Reds. They say it's due to the power outage and whatnot, and there'll be $2 beers and fireworks post game.
Oh, that's pretty sweet.
Mm-hmm. That's a great gesture.
Yeah.
I mean,
yes, it is.
We rip on them a little bit, but it is.
They're trying so hard.
They are.
Butts and seats, baby. Butts and seats.
I gotta respect it. Respect the hustle.
But here's what I want to know: what would be the situation if the playoffs started today? Where would the
you'd get in free for the wild card game.
And then if you showed up for the opener and you show up for the game next Friday, you get playoff priority, right, Randy?
That's right.
Oh, how funny it would be if the power went out again.
If the playoffs started today, Randy Shaver told us earlier, the Twins would be a wild card.
That's right.
And anything can happen once you get into the playoff.
Hey, Randy, real quick, back to your pickleball event. People are asking, do they have to know the rules? Do they have to play, or do they have to know how to play, or can they just show up and play?
We're trying to raise money. We don't care if you suck at it, right?
I
Randy
mean, there's different divisions of levels, and so they just have to find the appropriate level for them. But the folks at Drop Shot will help you figure that out if you have not played very much.
Put you in the donkey division.
But it's a tournament, but it's for fun, right? We're raising money for cancer research and patient aid. So just come out. It's a good place to learn. If you haven't played a lot, it's a good place to come and watch people play.
Awesome.
So and take part.
If somebody's not interested yet, Nick, is there anything they could do at the door to get people interested in, as a matter of fact, for these tournaments coming up?
If someone's not interested...
Is there anything they could do to someone's mouth on the way in?
No! Josh!
Well, I'm just curious, because Nick found a way to get people engaged earlier when things aren't going well.
We're not spitting in people's mouths. Coming to the frickin' Drop Shot. Don't do that.
For charity. Randy has made a rule. No spitting in people's mouths.
It's not for charity. We're not doing that.
I had no idea where you were going with that, but now, if you show up.
No.
If you're somebody who doesn't want to show up.
No.
If you don't want to show up.
What would be the price tag on that, Nick? If somebody came up to you and said, "Can I spit in your mouth and I'll donate to Randy's charity?"
No.
Depends how hot they are.
Yeah, it depends on who it is.
I want to be the spitter.
Yeah, I pictured you as the spitter.
You son of a bitch.
Oh, a little bit of chew shards in there.
Yeah, get in there. I bet you taste a little winter green right now, don't you?
It's for charity.
You bastard. Now get in there and play some pickleball.
It's not that bad. I've had it. It's not that bad.
She's had my spit in her mouth.
Oh, my God.
Now there's some people saying they're going to show up. They didn't know that was a part of it.
I'll be at the door wearing a bib.
Oh, man.
How did my comment on the balls at the Masters become the cleanest thing that's been said the last year?
Thanks for your help in the fight against cancer. Haktua.
Oh. We got to go. We'll talk to you boys on Monday. We've worn you out. We've worn you smooth out. You ain't got nothing left.
Half-assed morning show. 93X.
Well, hello to all the wonderful podcasters out there, wherever in the world you're listening right now. We truly appreciate it. Dana here. Yeah, I'm a sports junkie, I'm a wing lover, and of course a Smart Club member because I trust my home comfort to standard heating and air conditioning, and I really think you should too. Right now it's HVAC Mania, and these deals will help offset the cost when your brackets get busted. You can score a $45 coupon on a furnace tune-up, normally $148. And no, it's never too late to show your furnace some love. And if your system's about to crash out like a 5-seat against a 12, now's the time to replace it on your schedule with 0% financing from Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. Go to standardheating.com and mention 93X. Standard Heating and Air Conditioning, providing the comfort you deserve since 1930.
Years of hard work, and now you've got pain in your back, your shoulders, your knees, maybe your joints. You need help. Randy Shaver here with the answer. Dave Bialke. He's got over 30 years experience in getting workers' compensation benefits for people just like you. Don't suffer. Call Bialke Law today. 763-571-2410 or go to bialkelaw.com. That's BIALKE law.com. And it spells relief for you.
The NFL Draft, presented by Bud Light, is coming to Pittsburgh, and it's your chance to witness the future of the game for free from April 23rd to April 25th. Feel the energy of the NFL Draft. See the Vince Lombardi Trophy and Super Bowl rings. Meet NFL players and legends. Enjoy interactive games and live music performances, and be there as the future of the NFL takes center stage. The NFL Draft starts April 23rd. Register for free entry at NFL.com/draft access today.
Half-assed morning show. 93X.
Okay, we've been going too hard for a Friday. We've been giving too much. I'm about cooked here, but I'll still go ahead and welcome you on back to the final for the work week. We got some more ground to cover yet. Would you like to continue on by hearing a completely random text message from a listener? F me running, I love that text machine 8-9 times out of 10. Our listening audience sends us some great stuff, even if it's just a random check-in. That text machine can be a lot of laughs, 8 times out of 10. If you don't mind, let's continue on. This is a completely random text message from a listener. It was actually sent yesterday, but we ran smooth out of time. Unfortunately, there is zero, how should I say it, zero further information other than the text itself. So all we have to work with is the statement itself, but it's very unique and thought-provoking. It goes like this. Came in yesterday to our Luther Bloomington Kia text line, 651-989-9393. It says this, Cubby. Guess who just bought the house right next to their ex-wife, and she doesn't know it yet?
Oh, my God. That sounds miserable for everybody.
That's crazy, bro.
There is a couple of thumbs up emojis, and it says, this sumbitch right here. Guess who just bought the house right next to their ex-wife, and she does not know it yet?
Well, I have Peacock, so I look forward to the Dateline episode.
Yeah, what in the world?
Now, I don't know about the rest of you. Well, I guess maybe now I do know how the rest of you feel about it. But that sounds like T-R-O-U. How do you spell it again?
Well, I was trying to say true?
That sounds like trouble.
Oh, trouble.
If I'm living in that neighborhood, I'm going to put on my crash helmet and brace for impact. He's bought the house next door to his ex-wife. She doesn't know it yet.
Be fun people watch you from across the street, though.
I wonder, was it a spite purchase? Or
right.
I don't know. I think anywhere you put it, it's a little weird.
How long before things turn violent, Ashley, if you are suddenly living next door to your ex-husband?
Probably not long.
Not long,
No.
she says.
You guys, do you ever talk?
No. We got no reason to. But I was actually telling Dana, like last week, sadly, one of our mutual friends passed away. And I assume he's going to be at the funeral, and I want to go to the funeral. And I'm like, gosh darn it.
It's that bad?
I just don't have any interest in seeing him or hearing his voice.
I know a couple who are, they're divorced, but they're basically still best friends.
That was the case for Alex Trebek and his ex-wife.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Who?
Yeah, they actually lived.
Who is former host of Jeopardy?
I know him, but like, why do you know this?
It's hilarious.
How in the hell did you drag Alex Trebek into this?
That was so quick, too. Like, you were ready.
I read the man's book, and he talks about how he got divorced, and him and his ex-wife stayed best friends. They actually lived on the same street, and they both got remarried, and the four of them hung out all the time.
Swingers.
Gotta be
it.
right. Like, even if you ended on perfectly good terms, it's.
He was a big shot. They were swingers.
So that text,
God.
people are saying that's a viral joke that bought the house next to the ex-wife. But I do know. I was just thinking about it.
You're a viral joke.
What?
Oh,
Wait a minute.
sometimes.
Are you saying I've gone viral? I've made it.
Calm down.
I forgot. I've got family members who did that in a way. They owned a home. They wanted a rental property, and the house next to them came up for sale, and they bought it. And so once they got divorced, one took one house and the other took the other. And it's actually a shared driveway and everything.
Oh, wow.
And it works out great because they've got kids.
Oh, sure.
So they've done this deal. Have you heard this? It seems like it's kind of new. Maybe it's not, but where it's the parents that go between homes, right? So the kids stay in the same house, so they don't go like to mom's and then dad's, kind of like how it seemed like it always was.
Oh,
yeah,
come
I've
on.
always liked that idea because
You don't
then
mind
they're more in like a more stable environment.
So that's not new. To me, it was new. I hadn't heard of it.
Is that something? So you don't mind your ex going through your dildo drawer?
I think everything would change if there was kids involved because that's all you care about, right?
I think
is what if they're benefiting from the situation or not.
I think most situations. Well, I'm talking like I know. It was new to me, but my understanding was in most situations you got your own place, right? So you just would come stay in that particular house. I mean, you don't leave any dildos in the kids' house. So I think that's it. But in this particular case, they only owned two homes, so they'd just one person gets it for however long, and then the other person
You'd
does.
have to really trust your ex to have her coming in and out of your property or him coming in and out of your property. You know what I mean? You'd have to really trust them not to be going through your stuff. You never know. But sure, there's plenty of divorced couples who get along just fine. Others
like
do.
Alex Trebek.
There are other couples that once they divorce, they divorce for good reason. They hate each other's guts. Oh, like, for example, Tom Bosley, who played Mr. Cunningham on the old Happy Days show. Tom Bosley had a terrible breakup with his... I read his book. He had a terrible divorce. They couldn't even look at each other, Cubby.
That's so different than the Menards guy who was married to the love of his life. They had a falling out, and then they got remarried many years later. And they were best friends.
Yeah, so there you go. All right.
Somebody texted in and said that his wife, him, and his ex-wife are all best friends, and they lived together for about 6 months.
Oh, come on.
Really? Do you think they really were? Well, I'm going to take at their word, but sometimes people might say that, but secretly one of them hated everybody.
This is a dude who texted in and said he lived with his ex-wife and his new wife together for 6 months.
Yeah.
Can you ask him a question for me? Did he go through his ex-wife's dildo drawer? He did, I bet. He did. He went through her dildo drawer.
Hot and spicy, crunchy, nutty, tasty, chewy Jesus said, heck, my ex still does my taxes, LOL.
Oh.
Do you use your ex-wife for any legal services, Dana?
I haven't had the need for any legal services, but if I needed to, I'd absolutely... she'd be the first person I'd call.
Ain't that something? All right. Okay, so the dude texted and said... this was yesterday, and we just read it a minute ago. Dude texted in and said, guess who just moved in next door to his ex-wife, and she doesn't know it yet. That was some kind of a joke.
People are saying it's a viral joke, I guess.
You son of a bitch.
Oh, it's a fun topic.
Oh, no, I'm not upset at all. It's Friday, and I don't care about anything at all, really.
The ex-wife shows up to like a nice apple pie to greet the new neighbors, and he opens the door.
It is a fun topic.
That's such a jump scare.
Oh, you're no kidding.
My God. I feel like, no, you need to leave.
Who's at the door with an apple pie? The ex-wife?
Yeah. To greet the new neighbor, be neighborly, and then all of a sudden the ex opens the door.
It's you bastard.
Oh, that truck looks familiar. Oh, that couch they're moving in looks familiar.
That's right. It is me.
I've never been divorced, but I'm lucky I haven't had a bad breakup where I'd be miserable seeing somebody, like you said, at a funeral or something like that.
I've never had a good one.
Oh, really?
Nah.
I'm with Josh, too.
No, usually if they end, they end in fire. Yeah. Not a good situation.
Literal fire.
That says something about you.
Oh, 100%. It absolutely does.
Why can't you leave on mature terms?
I don't know. It's just not the type of person I am.
Ashley, do your exes have crazy ex stories about you?
Oh, I'm sure. My God, I'm sure. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know what it is? It's because you're not boring.
Yeah, I think so. Like, I mean, I do wonder, like, when they get, new girlfriends or whatever, and they're like, of course you share stories about your ex or whatever, and I guarantee you it's like, oh, she was nuts. It's like, okay, not all the time. Thank you. There was some good stuff in there. Like, stop using my jokes.
Your exes all steal your jokes?
I hate that, yeah.
You have an example of one of them?
I guess just like, not so much jokes, but just like the way I talk, I guess. Like certain things I say. Like, for example...
We're talking gimmick infringement here, aren't we?
Yeah, it's just like small things that bother me.
It's not just humans. It happens with animals. Like, do you guys know how the two snakes ended their fight?
Oh, gosh. How?
We got to take a break.
All right. You know what? You just saved my ass. You saved me from saying they hissed and made up.
Half-Assed Morning Show 93X.
All right, it's awful close now. We were talking about exes. Divorce. Oh, you know how it is. Some end amicably. Some people, Ashley, have the maturity to try and make sure relationships end amicably.
Never heard of it.
Well, you probably heard of it, but you just don't believe in it.
Nah.
Some are a full-on four-alarm disaster. We talked a little bit about, can you get along with your ex after the divorce? Sometimes you have to keep seeing that individual because you're dirty breeders and you made children. Sometimes you live in the same town. Sometimes it's a really friggin' small town. Can you get along with that person after the divorce, or is there sour feelings and you hang on to that stuff forever? I have some experience, although limited. My first wife and I split up 26 years ago now. And she rather quickly moved out of town. But the interactions that we had after we got divorced were totally pleasant and normal. We had no reason to hate each other. But she got the hell out of town. So I didn't really have to run into her everywhere, although I think we would have been fine. I would have been fine. There's only one little story I can share with you that kind of looks behind the curtain as to how my ex-wife was feeling after we divorced. And it's a story that got told to me by one of her best friends. So after my first wife and I got divorced, I did the right thing, Josh, and I went after some new stuff.
Yeah, you got to sleep your way back to feeling good.
That's what you do. The best way to get over somebody else is to get under somebody. That's what they say.
I got myself a lady friend rather quickly, right, after the divorce. So I'm at my neighborhood bar, and one of my ex-wife's best friends walks in. And she says, how you doing? I say, good. She meets my new girlfriend. And this very close friend of my ex-wife says, I talked to your ex-wife a couple days ago. Oh, sorry, I almost ruined the story. This gal friend had met my new girlfriend before, okay? She had met my new girlfriend before. She walks into the bar. There I am standing with my new girlfriend. And my wife's friend says to me, I talked to your ex a couple days ago. And I said, oh, yeah, how's she doing? She's doing good. But apparently this was the conversation that they had. Gal friend says to my ex-wife, yeah, I see Nick around town quite often, and I met his new girlfriend. And my ex-wife said, oh, yeah? Is she pretty? And her gal friend said, well, yeah, she's really pretty. And according to this friend, my ex-wife said, yeah, well, F that bitch.
That's how it goes.
Yeah.
That's kind of just, I don't know, maybe that's just like a girl thing.
I'm picturing it differently, though, because I knew your ex-wife, obviously, and she was so funny. I could see her joking around. Or do you think she meant it?
Oh, no. If she meant it, she only held on to that anger for 5 seconds.
Yeah, she had such a
normal.
good sense of humor.
Right.
I could see her just being funny.
I think damn near everyone in the world has that initial hatred for the new guy or the new girl, right?
How hot are they? Are they funnier than me?
But for most people, it goes away quickly. Now we have a lot of stories in our news reports here on this show that tell you that there are folks who cannot let it go, and it leads to ridiculous things. But most of us, you get over it, you move on. Here's a guy who says, texted in, said, I think about calling my ex to see if she's still alive, but I'm scared she'll answer.
Did you guys, when I was a younger guy, I mean, you guys know I'm usually just like a one person at a time guy. But there was always, if the relationship ended, I always felt like there was somebody I probably could call. Right?
Yeah, plan Bs.
Like in plan B or somebody on deck.
Yeah.
I haven't had that in 15 years or more. Do you guys?
You are so whipped.
I mean, honestly, I wouldn't know. I wouldn't have no idea. My wife and I, we had this conversation before, and she was asking me like, well, who would you call? I can't come up with nobody. There's
we'll put a list together for you.
I can't come up with somebody either.
Josh?
And I used to have plenty of options. Like I don't know how to say that without sounding gross.
Josh, we've covered this before. You've said a few times, what would I do? I don't have a plan B. I don't have anyone in mind to call. It's not 1981 anymore. You don't need to have that plan B. You go on social media, and you've got yourself a new girlfriend 3 hours after your wife has moved all of her stuff out of your house.
Well, that's a good point. I forgot about like Tinder and different places like that where you
yes,
can
my friend.
basically order up somebody.
That's right.
I was telling my husband the other day that if anything ever like happened to us, or God forbid ever happened to him, I'm like, I would probably just be single for a really, really, really long time. I don't have the energy to meet somebody or to learn all about what they like and don't like. I never want to do it again.
It does seem like a lot of work.
Yeah.
You
like,
gotta
what if they don't like some of your friends? I don't want to change for anybody. No.
And I don't have the energy to pretend I'm a better, more entertaining person with interests and stuff like that. I can't put up that facade for very long anymore. They'd have to understand that I don't really like doing anything.
Stop stressing out about this because
I'm not stressed. It's just I remember when we had this conversation, I'm thinking, God, I kind of forgot that there'd usually be somebody you could call.
whatever you call it, stress or whatever, don't even think about it, because you and your wife will live forever.
Yeah, well, I'll die well before her, but yeah, I shouldn't have to worry about it.
You two will live forever. Who wants to leave early? If you want to leave early, clap your hands.
Dana's clapping his hands.
If you want to leave early, clap your hands.
I was just singing them a song off the air.
Oh, you were?
Yeah.
Nice.
I said...
Can you sing it for me right now since I didn't get to hear it?
You were included. I said, if you're happy and you know it, compliment. And then I said Ashley and then Nick, and I threw them out a compliment.
Oh, nice.
I kind of did the song.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, it was pretty nice. It was fun. Congratulations to not allowed to have sex but been married too long, Jesus. 60 days sober today.
Congrats, man.
He says, it doesn't sound like much, but it's huge for a, quote, old drunk like me. Nope, that sounds like a lot.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Also, congratulations to Fauché Maintenance Ninja on the birth of his fourth son, Grant, from Not Saying Just Saying Jesus.
Wait a minute.
Who humbly's requested the Grant rap in his honor.
Didn't we just have someone text in 2 days ago saying they made a baby named Grant?
Yeah, there's Grants running around out there.
We got Grants.
So if anybody...
They just want to hear the song. There's no way there's two babies in 2026 named Grant.
It's possible. I don't know.
Put slap Grant!
Welcome to the Brotherhood, Grant. Shout out to Concrete Jesus and the Rainy River Hog Slayers up on the border enduring the elements of the Minnesota versus Canadian weather.
The Hog Slayers.
That's right.
Love it.
Happy 17th birthday to Toots Magoots Jesus from Beer and Pizza Jesus.
I'm not sure you know what they mean, Ashley.
Yeah, I know what they mean. Both ways. I'm thinking of it in a dirty way and then a fishing way.
Oh, you're thinking of both ways?
Yeah.
Okay.
Welcome to my club. Millennial Steel Cutter Jesus text in a shout out to Dumbass Welder Jesus. His birthday's today, and Millennial Steel Cutter Jesus said, quote, been his co-worker for 10 years now. Man, is he a dumbass. I mean, wow. Bearded Plant Daddy Jesus texts a birthday shout out to his smoking hot girlfriend, Master of Puppies Jesus. I love that one. Turning the big 4-0 today. And then, Ashley, do you mind if I hand you a shout out here?
Yeah, sure.
You read this as written?
As written? Yeah. Oh, God.
Shout outs.
All right.
The Ashley version of shout outs.
Hi, I'm Ashley. Just remember to smile. It's free and makes you feel good.
Oh, that's so nice. You're right. Have a great weekend.
Half-assed morning show 93X.
Well, hello to all the wonderful podcasters out there, wherever in the world you're listening right now. We truly appreciate it. Dana here. Yeah, I'm a sports junkie, I'm a wing lover, and of course a Smart Club member because I trust my home comfort to standard heating and air conditioning, and I really think you should too. Right now it's HVAC Mania, and these deals will help offset the cost when your brackets get busted. You can score a $45 coupon on a furnace tune-up, normally $148. And no, it's never too late to show your furnace some love. And if your system's about to crash out like a 5-seat against a 12, now's the time to replace it on your schedule with 0% financing from Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. Go to standardheating.com and mention 93X. Standard Heating and Air Conditioning, providing the comfort you deserve since 1930.